I know we're here up on midnight Central Time, but man, I just want to check in. Just want to check in with y'all, check in with the people, see what they're thinking, how they're feeling about this new Dak contract. What's going on, Patrick? What's good? How you feeling about that new deal, baby? Yeah, man, I'm too excited about it, man. I was chilling and whatnot. I said, man, let me just check in with the people. I just want to check in with the people one time and see, you know, just had a little time to digest it, time to go through it and think about it. And we see the receipts getting pulled and getting popped and things are happening and everything. I'm like, well, okay. Everybody's had some time to talk about it and think about it. So, because we were told now, hey man, we were told can't sign Dak and win. Beard gang in the building. You can't sign Dak and win, right? Can't sign him and win. Like long term, you can't do it. You just can't do it. I mean, Dak's gonna be less than 15% of the cap this year. Imagine that. Boy, imagine that. Less than 15%. 20 what do they say? 22 22 this year? 22 come on, I'm trying to okay, let me share. 22.2 million this year. 33 some change next year. Man, that's a far cry from the 37 that the tag would have been. Far cry from the 37 that the tag would have been. I think for me, the big thing for me, for sure, is puts a spotlight on Stephen Jones, man. The time I've had to digest this as I was going through some shows and doing some things and whatnot, just kind of thinking about it. Stephen Jones, man, he's in the spotlight now. He's in the red herrings, right? The crosshairs, if you will, because if you think about it, they kind of bungled, right? They bungled. There it is, 12%. Thank you. Yeah, less than 15, like I said. They bungled the Dak, rookie deal. Dak for preference of that 12%. Let me throw that back up one more time. Let me throw that 12% back up one more time. Dak's percentage of the cap next year will be less than Tony Romo's in 2016 when we went 13-3. I want y'all to let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in. Man, let that sink in. Dak Prescott's percentage of cap this season will be less than Tony Romo in 2016 when the team was the number one seed and went 13-3. You got to bear with me, man. If y'all give it a share, give it a like, man, we appreciate it. I got to do my own, I'm my own worker over here, so I'm grinding. Give me a second. Let me get some of this out here to some groups, man. Oh, man. But again, man, Stephen Jones, it's time for Stephen Jones to put up or shut up. That's where I'm at, low key. No, you can't hide behind the cap no more, sir. You got a second reprieve right now. That's where I'm at. You got a second reprieve. You didn't get it done on Dak's rookie deal, and now here you are. Look, forget about the 20. Hey, how about this one, right? Forget about the 22 this year. Next year you're going to be 33, and let's think about that in relative terms as it pertains to the NFL, guys. Let's think about that for a second. We got three young guys coming up, right? You got Baker Mayfield, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Josh Allen. Where do you think those numbers are going to fall in line, guys? Where do you think those numbers are going to fall in line, huh? I bet they're going to be more cap hits from those three guys that are going to be higher than Dak's, right? That's where I'm at, But neither here nor there, whether they are or not. We can't worry about them. We got to worry about us. Let me get this tweet out real quick. As we're talking. Bam. All right, cool. I'm out of there. Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? Thank you for tuning in, brother. SoFlo in the building. Hey, man, how you feeling? I know I saw your tweet a little bit earlier. You was turned up. But yeah, man. I just find it very intriguing. as we're going back and forth and we're looking at this contract structure and who won, because that's going to be the reaction tomorrow, guys. Let's be clear, right? Right? Let's be clear. The reaction is going to be who won, who lost, who won, who lost. And, honestly, it's a win-win. Don't let nobody tell you differently. This was absolutely unequivocally a win for Dak, and this is an unequivocal win for the Joneses. It just is. Dak got what, $75 million year one? I think that's what the number is. $75 million year one. Let me double check just to make sure. I don't want to, I don't want to misquote because y'all going to roast me. Yeah, $75 million in the first season. $66 million. Texas, no state income tax. I see it, Dak. I see you. But his cap hit is so low. And what the Cowboys in the front office were able to do is, hey, your cap hits are low. So Steven can go get busy now. There's no excuse. There's no excuse now to not get busy in free agency this year and next year. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Oh, yeah. 22.2, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SoFlo in the bill. Yeah, 22.2, my friend. That's the cap hit. Now he said, well, dang, B. I mean, he got the money. The cap hit ain't very high. And I mean, how did, Knicks, how did Dak win? Well, Dak got the two important things in that contract. He got two important things in that contract. The no trade clause, one, which if we go back to, and before I get to part two, let's talk about that part one real quick, because there's a large contingency of Cowboys Nation, right, that said, oh, just tag him and trade him. Just tag him and trade him. And, I went to war and I talked. I was like, you can't. He's a free agent. Like, yeah, you can tag him, but you can't just trade him anywhere. You can't trade him to Siberia. You can't trade him to wherever, because he had to sign that deal in order to be traded. So that obviously had the clout, the weight, the leverage, if you will. That's why all these Cowboys fans that were enamored with this tag and trade him. I'm like, you just can't do that. The only way you could do it was the non-exclusive, the NE tag. Let him go work out a deal and maybe you get something on the back end, right? If that hasn't happened since Matt Castle with the New England Patriots going to Kansas City, like these things don't happen. Like in the NFL world, you have to understand how these things work, right? So you wasn't going to be able to do that, all right? But that makes sure, but beyond all that, back to the original point, that got the no trade clause. Boom, that was number one. And then number two, and the biggest thing was, and one of the things that I pounded on Stargang, I pounded on YouTube, I pounded this on Twitter, one of the big hiccups there at the very end, the very, very end of them trying to get the deal done at the deadline last year, and they just ran out of time, was he wanted the no tag clause. Well, why would he want the no tag clause, Nix? Well, he's a student of the game, and he's also a Cowboys fan, and he also knows that Romo had a no tag clause. That's how he got the second really big deal, because he had no tag clause. So here's the give and take of the business, right? All right, I'm gonna get this money up front. I'm gonna get the $75 million this year. Well, let's do the math. Could have got 37 on the tag. Hamstrung the team. Next year's tag would have been 54. All right. So over 90 million. Hamstrung the team. Not in his best interest. But I get 75 million right now and get my freedom on the back end, because if you can't tag me and all the monetary, all the big money comes from the TV contracts, a 6-year deal, last 2 years are avoidable. This is a 4-year deal. Realistically, this is a 3-year deal when you start looking at it, right? So here's what happens. He's going to get all that money, first 3 years, give it 4 even, to average that 42, right? Got to get that 4th year to make sure it averages the 42. See, like, you're going to hear all this on ESPN, FS1. He's getting $42 million a year, blah, 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 blah. That's what you're going to hear. Here's the real life facts about it. If he never sees year 4, he doesn't get $42 million a year. It's trigonometry in business and contracts, if you will. The APY, it's for fodder. It looks good. There's certain things about it. The real number is $75 million in year 1. Okay. And then whenever all the money comes in from the TV contracts, he gets to re-up and double dip, and then that number's going to skyrocket, just like every other quarterback, right? Because by then you're going to get Joe Burrow. You're going to get the kid out there in L.A. Oh, crap. Oregon kid. Sorry, name escapes me right now. Him, right? He's going to be looking to get paid. Kyler Murray, another guy, skyrocket because it's going to jump. That's what's going to happen. So Dak said, okay, go build me a team, Steven. This is what this deal is. I want Cowboys Nation to understand this. Dak got his bread that was relative to what he would have got on the tags, but he gave the Cowboys a break and said, all right, Steven, build a team, pay me. Herbert, thank you, Mendoza, Justin Herbert. If you don't build me a team and pay me, if you don't build a team the right way, I have the ultimate out. I don't have to sit here. I don't have to stand in this. I don't have to deal with the star. I don't have to deal with the brand. Either we're going to get busy getting to winning, or cool, I'm going to do my part, play my position, and I'm out in 3, maybe 4 years. Cowboys Nation needs to understand that this contract, to me, unequivocally, is a game changer. It's a game changer. Both sides won and where they needed to win. Both sides decided they wanted to be married to each other. But I think the biggest thing is Dak says he wants to win, and I'm giving you, Stephen Jones, the leverage to go win. It's up to you, especially the first 2 years. 22.2, 33.2. Hey, peanuts for a quarterback. Peanuts. Go do your thing now. Go do your thing, Steven. So I think definitely the key here moving forward and what we have to look at and what we have to watch is this. How does Steven move in free agency? Right? There'll be some contracts touched, for sure. They're going to free up some more money. But I think, the unequivocal thing that it boils down to is Steven has to get busy in free agency. And that's the latitude that gave them moving forward. But it's going to be, I'm telling you now, though, I promise you, tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow's going to be hella fun. FS1, ESPN, the wild ass takes, man. Can't wait to see. Skip is already out there on some wild stuff, and I'm like, bro, come on, miss me with the dumbness. Dan Orlowski, can't wait for the back pedal from old Dan. I posted something on the Stargate group already about him and what he was saying and what he was doing, and I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, honestly, it's comical. I got to hit one more thing real quick. I got somebody hit me. Hang on 1 second. Do 1 second over here on Twitter. I'm gonna get to y'all's comments real quick. If y'all got some questions or whatnot, whatever you want to talk about, man. I've done a lot of talking already. I've done some talking on a couple of the shows and whatnot. I just want to get y'all's reaction, live feeds and whatnot, and see what y'all say. I'm gonna throw a phone number here in a second. Let y'all get y'all call in and go from there. Let's go and do that now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Actually, I'm going to hit that. Bam, bam. All right. Bam. Boom. Let's get it. Y'all want to call in right now? Let me get you on the show. I'll answer any questions that y'all get it off your chest. See what you got to say. I am here for it. I got a little bit of breakfast getting cooked right now. Super late to get into it. Let me jump in some of these real quick. Bam. This is how business is done. Both sides can get what they want, right? And the best part about it is one side decide they have the ultimate out. Again, this is how you hold Stephen Jones' feet to the fire. Hey, cool. I'm going to leave it, right? Because Stephen has been out here. Stephen's been talking about, every dollar counts, right? Every dollar counts. It has to go somewhere. And what Dak said is, okay, cool. Here's the money. Go do it. However, if you don't do right by me, Harpo, year 3 or 4, you can't tag me, you can't trade me. I'm gone. So I'm super excited about it, man. I think that is a man. I really can't think of a better deal that could have happened here. I mean, I really can't. It is super good. Let me get some more of these comments real quick. Yeah, Mendoza, I'm with you, man. I am finally glad it's done as well. He got what he deserved. He's good to go, and this team has the space to go through and build and do what they have to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on? Bluff City's in the middle. Hey, Bluff. Hey, man, I'll send you a link, man. If you want to come on in, man, holler at me. Let me know. Let me know. Boom. My boy Ryan. Boy, he's been riding all day with me, man. I think you've been on all 3 shows, man. Ryan, salute to you, man. I appreciate the support and everything. So people just absorb what ESPN tells them regarding the numbers on the surface. No one ever pays attention to the real math of it. Man, those are big facts. Man, those are big facts, man. Man, Ryan, that absolutely. From your lips to God's ears. For sure. Mm-hmm. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We slide over here. I'm gonna get my guy up real quick in case he wants to. I got Bluff. He always has a great take. Let me hit my guy Bluff. Oh, when you hit the wrong thing. Boom. I saw that question. I'm about to grab that question in just 1 second. About to grab that in 1 second. Here we go. Oh, you're good, brother. I sent you the link anyways. Let me scroll back up. Let me get my guy from the Beard Gang on deck. They just real on deck and it's sad. Deck is a baller. And look, and I made this post, and I made the post on the page in the group and Twitter. Man, your _guy_Nix, man, come follow me on Twitter. That it doesn't matter. This is before Dak got the deal done today. I was like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it'll just transition. Like those that don't want Dak here are going to transition this to every single throw will be scrutinized and man, so on and so forth. The narrative, the goalposts will move and change. All right, who will or can we cut to help the cap as well from Jack? Jack, well, there's a couple things. I mean, there's contracts you can touch now. Now, there's certain contracts I wouldn't touch. But I mean, there's contracts you can touch. You can touch Zeke. You can do D-Law. You can do. You can actually go touch Tyrons again. Amari Cooper as well. I mean, there's contracts they can touch and they can go do and get where, But again, if we follow the breadcrumbs and look and see what contracts they do touch, will let us know exactly where they're headed in the future of certain players. Because once you touch that contract, they're going to be around for a little bit. They are definitely going to be around for a little bit. You know what? I will say this, and I see this from my guy Mendoza with Jamiska. I think Anthony Brown, $2.1 million. Man, we got to start really talking about him and seeing what's going on there. I think I think that's gonna something what to look at moving forward. My boy Steven said signing Dak will make other players I want to play with the Cowboys. I don't disagree with that. I mean, especially with the plethora of guys that we're going to see that are going to get cut and get released this year. So you're going to see some tier 2 kind of free agents get signed for like tier 3 and 4 because there's just going to be a plethora because of where the cap is and what's going on. So yeah, just go there. Now maybe we get that Kansas City effect of some guys who want to come over here and play and take less for a year or two. I definitely do agree with that, man. Shout out to you, Steve. Boy, you've been on a while. Oh, ha! I got to grab my guy Steve one more time. Damn, I can go back drinking his warm milk and a little. Yeah, man. Hey, Dad's gonna be It's gonna be squirming tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, he's gonna be squirming for real, for real. Man, let me scroll back up because I saw a really good question in a minute. Oh, where's it at? Well, Mendoza, let's see. We were at it was like a 170, right? And then they said, well, 180. So we were the last I saw, we had right at, I think it was like 25.5 or 26 million free. Dak's going to count 22.1, so we're still three and some change under with some moves to be made. So that's the big key right there. Jack also with the voidable years, how do they work? I mean, basically all of his guaranteed money's in the first 4 years, which means Dak isn't going to play for those last couple. Like this is one of those things where they go back and forth either way. Man, shout out to my guy Scott. Man, Skywalker, if you on, man, I'm gonna shoot you a link, man. Come on in. Let me go inbox my guy Skywalker real quick and see if Steele wants to come in this thing. Oh, ba da ba ba ba, ba da ba. Bam. Bam. See. Scrolling back up, scrolling back up, scrolling back up. Boom, 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 boom. Slow flow, we already talked about that. Yeah, only 22 years on deck. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. My guy Brad's in the building, said, what's going on? Shout out to Star Game. That's what's up. Oh, my God. Dak will. Hey, you already know, man. I'm gonna stay right with Team Pitts, brother. I'm gonna stay right with Team Pitts. You know, I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, Dak joining me or not, I don't really know. But cool. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, man. It's my boy Mike down there in Florida. He hit the bad boys for life on him one time. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know how anybody could be mad about a top 5 quarterback that's going to hit your cap for 22.1 million. You know, find me something that's going to be much better or readily available, if you will, for 22.1 million and or 22.2 or 22.5, somewhere in that range, and then go from there. You know, again, this is all a win-win, and to drive that point home is Dak did what he needed to do to get paid and got the security that if this front office doesn't take the money that he left on the table, because Steven said, hey, for 3 years, right, in trying to sign Dak and trying to do things, right, it was always what Steven said on 105.3 or ESPN, hey, every dollar has to count somewhere. Every dollar has to go somewhere. You know, for us to be able to build the team, you got to leave something at the table, right? Those kind of things. And then whenever you look at the first 3 years of what Dak's cap hit's going to be, well, Dak left money at the table. He structured it, right? This is why I always say, like, yes, the salary cap is real. Those are facts. Salary cap is real. Those are facts. However, the salary cap can be manipulated to do whatever it is that they want to do. Though, I mean, those two are also facts. So here we are. And again, as I've had time and went through the shows and I've been looking at it and digesting everything, man, it just okay. Literally, I think Dak looked at, they worked it monetarily wise, right? Monetarily wise to make Dak happy year one. Dak's going to leave the money on the table for them year 2, 3, 1, 2, and realistically even 3. Prove it. And if you don't prove it, you can't trade me. You can't tag me. So I think the spotlight is tremendously moving forward, especially these next 2 years. Starting this freaking free agency is directly on Stephen Jones. I did say you can't touch Cooper. It depends on what they want to do, right? If you don't touch Cooper, you do have an out on his contract next year between June 1st and June 5th. I believe it's the dates, if I'm not mistaken. And you can get scot-free away with nothing against the cap. No dead money, no nothing. So we'll find out what they think about Cooper moving forward. If they decide to touch it or they decide to leave it. If they leave it, then we're going to start, following the breadcrumbs, if you will, and say, well, are they trying to situate it to where they're going to let Cooper walk and pay Gallup instead? we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I think gut check right now, I think Cooper's here long term, and maybe that's where they want to take the lick and free up some money and move forward in free agency, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. Brian, I think we could have put that to rest last season, but unequivocally, for all those campaigning before the season, before Dak got hurt, and Dalton with these weapons, and we saw the different memes and everything, and then once Dak went down, we saw what happened. Yeah, we can put that to bed officially. Though those things are out of here. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Period, point blank. But yeah, man, it's interesting times. Interesting times for Cowboys Nation. I think it's the first time in a long time heading into free agency as we look how things are set up, and we know what's definitely with the quarterback in range and what's going on. Like, man, is Steve gonna get busy maybe the first day in the first week of free agency and not wait till the end? We saw what they did in free agency last year, right? We saw how, the names changed, late night signings, some things happened, little higher tier of players, whether they worked out or not, which we know the majority of them didn't. Alden Smith, hey, I think he worked out. They want to bring him back. We'll see what happens. Steven's going to have to capitalize on that now. One of the biggest questions that was kind of tossed around on both shows and somewhat on Twitter, what I looked at about earlier was like, well, there's got to be more pressure on Dak now. I'm like, no, sure, you're paid, right? You're paid. So now that you're paid, you're quote unquote, you're a made man at quarterback. You're a made man at quarterback. So what that means is now you're going to be judged. Okay, now you're going to be judged on winning a Super Bowl, and that's where it's at. The thing that Dak did very strategically, in my opinion, is that he structured his contract where he got paid, and it's up to the front office now. So I think the pressure is not just on Dak; it's also on Stephen Jones in the front office to go build a team and fix this defense officially. Talking about the one tech and defensive tackle, we're talking about the free safety, maybe some linebacker help, but you got to invest in it and make those things happen, because there's not an excuse at quarterback anymore. There's not an excuse on weapons with getting CeeDee Lamb in the first round last year. They have to literally go attack this thing the right kind of way, obviously, but they have the tools, if you will, to be able to go do that. So I'm excited about it, man. It's fresh. It's definitely fresh. Says it don't matter a Dak's contract if the front office can help surround Dak with a solid D. No, and again, then that's exactly what I'm talking about. 22.2 million, 33.2 million, or 33.4 million the first 2 years. He left money for them to go be available to spend money to go do those things. And that's where we have to be at. And that's what Stephen Jones has to do. Like I said, it's not just pressure now because, all right, Dak's paid, go win the Super Bowl. Well, the organization, they took their cart and attached it to the Dak horse. So they had to go make sure they see it all the way through and get it done. This is going to be the year where we finally stop seeing all of our in-house guys and get a few younger quality players. I think there's definitely going to be guys that walk, Jack, for sure. I think there's guys going to be walking. You're not going to be able to, I don't think they're going to sign and bring everybody back. You have Xavier Woods, you have Jordan Lewis, you have Chidobe Awuzie, you have Antoine Woods on a restricted deal. So yeah, I don't think everybody's going to be back. I would like to see them bring back Cheeto for sure. I think Cheeto is a quality number 2 cornerback in this league, and I think his money's not going to hit you that hard. But I don't think everybody's going to be back. No. And of course, you don't want to bring everybody back, so you can kind of get a little bit busy in free agency. I think, and I said this as much last year after Gerald McCoy got hurt and he was released and they sent him some cap space. There was a wink-wink deal between him and Stephen Jones, and Gerald McCoy is going to be back this year, right? So I think Gerald McCoy is going to be back this year. But that can't be the end-all, be-all signing at defensive tackle as far as I'm concerned, because he's not a true one tech at this point. Noah Brown has said, I would like to see them both back personally. It's funny how like Noah's not really that old. He's been there forever, but he's not that old. But low key, as much as I like Noah and what he does blocking wise and special teams, Ced's the guy for me. If it's one of the two, I'd like to see Cedric Wilson back. I think he offers a little bit more. I think we saw a little bit of connection with him and Dak whenever he had his opportunities. And hey, look, he threw Dak the touchdown pass last year, so there's that as well. Man, what a day though, right? What a day. 3 years, 3 long years. And the first year, whatever, you could have got it done. It didn't. You let the last year play out. But then last year, everything that happened, the tag, right? The tag, if you will, all the way to July 15th, and it didn't get done. Then you went through, and then that got hurt. And then, of course, it was talked about the terrible, tumultuous year, and is it going to get paid again? And here we go, and everything that has happened. And, man, hey, here we are in March 9th, if you will, because we passed the midnight hour here, Central time. If you're on the West Coast, you're on the 8th still. And, man, hey, man, officially, no matter what, Dak's going to be your quarterback for the next 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years. So you can take solace in that. If you look at the pecking order, or if you've been a long time watching the Stargate podcast, the one thing I said off the rip as soon as the season was ended, the last week, and we did our lay it to rest this season. Here was my thing. I had 2 things. I wanted to tighten up the defense ASAP, get rid of the defensive coordinator. Let's get a new guy in here. Let's figure it out. And then number 2 was get Dak signed so we could be clear, concise, and attack the offseason the right way. We handled the defensive coordinator pretty quickly. We did. Dak took a little bit longer. Dak took a little bit longer, if you will. But hey, it's done. I had a free agency, and now we can look at whatever contracts they touch, whatever. Who are they going to bring in here? And they have an opportunity to go do something. For me personally, and y'all tell me what y'all think. I think about Dan Quinn, and I think about him. His roots are defensive line. As he progressed all the way to defensive coordinator. And I just think about certain things like we haven't stopped the run forever. You're right. We got the gift from the Ravens, easy money. We go back to the playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams and CJ Anderson, Butterball Anderson, last game he played, damn near ran it up 200 yards on us. For me, if they're going to make a splash in free agency, man, D-line, go get a one tag, man. Look, Dalvin Thomas is going to be the hot button word. But there's the Hankins of the world, the Puna Fords of the world. Man, do something to really address. Don't get a defensive tackle and say, well, he's a defensive tackle. No, go get a true one tag. Go get a one tag that's going to help your linebackers. Not a pole that's just going to be here. A one tag that can still play. And let's go fix this thing. I'm with you. Hey, John, man, look, and I'm with you. I am absolutely unequivocally with you. Man, I would love that. A 27-year-old Dalvin Thompson on a 3-year deal, 4-year deal. Man, I'm here for it. Absolutely. Let's fix that. Now, yeah, can they go do some things in the secondary? Sure. But I think if you're able to fix what's wrong and stop the run, I think the secondary is going to come around either way. It's kind of how I feel. I'm a chicken before the egg guy. If the D-line or the front seven is the chicken, or I'm an egg before the chicken guy. What do we call the front seven? I'm that guy. I think let's do that. Let's fix that first is where I'm at. And look, and I do kind of low-key think, hey, man, Dan Quinn, new on the scene. Let's go give him a toy. Let's go get him somebody. Let's go get it. Let's do it. My guy Alex McGee, shout out to Alex, man, said the Sanders meme did the trick. That was the last post I think I had in the group in the page before I logged off to go play some 2K21, and they came back and Dak was signed. Maybe it was Bernie Sanders. He finally won something. Oh man, but yeah, man. I just think, man, my guy Ryan again checking. Let me throw that up there. Yeah, top tier one tech. Yeah, I agree. Look, I mean, I would be over the moon if they could. If we brought in Dalvin Tomlinson and Patrick Peterson, man, I'm man, hey, and so well, next Patrick Peterson's a cornerback. I feel that, but we have a particular coach here in Joe Witt from Green Bay who, helped Charles Woodson in Green Bay move from corner to safety, and we saw how that worked out for them, right? And if you get a Patrick Peterson in here to play that free safety position, and look, still go draft you one though. I'm not saying just get him and you're good. I'm not still go draft you one, but I just look at Patrick Peterson as that old can of fix it flat, if you will, right? And it fits Stephen Jones' mold. A little bit higher upgrade from the normal player, but oh well, he'll play free safety for us. Well, if we get an injury and we need somebody to go over here and play corner, he can do that too. Man, I think it would just really be awesome to get Patrick Peterson in this building and then go get Dalvin Tomlinson. Man, hey, and on the last show I was on, man, boy, there was some talk about Von Miller, and I'm like, hey, look, I'm not going to be mad at Von Miller. You can never have too many pass rushers. Now, I don't know if that's really even a realistic possibility, but it was brought up on the last show that I just did. And I'm like, man, I mean, I remember he was coming out of college and he wanted to be a Cowboy. It was, unrealistic, but he literally wanted to be a Cowboy. And he's from the area and his mom's, talked about some things. And he's free, even though he's coming off an injury. But sure, load up on defense, obviously, we would like to see, if we're talking about free agency, offensive wise, O-line, I would like to see them if they want to do something depth wise on the offensive side. Man, go O-line. Save me the draft picks to go do other things. Even though there's particular offensive linemen I would love to get in the draft. However, overall, if I could spend them in other areas, I'd be happy with that too. So, yeah. Free agency, man, just double down on this defense and go get it. The time is now. Your starting quarterback is going to be 12% of your cap. We screwed the pooch. Dak's rookie deal. Stephen Jones. All the analytics we talk about. And everything else. Here's your time. You missed the window on Dak's rookie deal. You say dead money and Romo and whatever the case is. All right, well, you actually get the redo now because of what Dak did. You preached it, and Dak kind of gave it to you. You had to give concessions on the back end with the no tag and no trade, and that's the idea. Again, guys, if you don't believe me, that's fine. I unequivocally believe this. Dak left the money or structured the contract the right way because, I won't say leave money. He got $75 million this year, but he structured the contract in a particular way to say, okay, cool. You need dollars to go do stuff. Show me. If not, you can't tag or trade me. So I'm excited about that, man. In general. Hey, good point here about Mendoza. Will DQ go and get Devondre Campbell? Indeed. I do agree. Now I have seen some Cowboys fans think that now the Cowboys are said they're going to make a run, and we're excited because Dak is signed, let's not get there yet. It's a great day for sure, but there's work to be had. There's work to be done. Jack, with what's out there for you to see at safety after the Denver tag. Well, you also have Marcus May who's getting tagged over there with the Jets. So there's guys. You got Williams out there from New Orleans. You have Anthony Harris from Minnesota. Who's my guy? Trey Boston. I been pounding the table for Trey Boston like 2-3 years ago. I was like, Trey Boston. He came up like back-to-back years. I was like, Trey Boston, and we never got him. A little bit longer than 2, but I'm still like, if we're talking about Xavier Woods or Trey Boston, man, bring me Trey Boston. So you got Trey Boston. We got Johnson. The Raiders. The Raiders just cut. I forgot his name. He played for the Rams. Then went over to the Raiders. He just got cut. So yeah, there's going to be guys available. safety wise for sure. Malik Hooker, right? That's going to be the hotbed. That's going to be the hot ticket item. Malik Hooker, right? High draft pick, been hurt. Talent's there. Can he stay healthy? So Malik Hooker's definitely a name to keep eye on. And then of course, as my guy said, I'll put it back up again. Patrick Peterson, which I talked about earlier, already said he's okay moving to safety. I think for me personally, one guy that's kind of getting tossed around that I'm kosher on for sure would be Richard Sherman. Too many steps lost. Not sure he can be a free safety. I'm all the way out on that. Lunatic's in the building. Said, hold on. Back door to my guy. Lamarcus Joyner. Thank you very much. That's who I was looking for. Man, loved Amos. I was hoping we had drafted him when he came out from Penn State. Obviously, Chicago now over Green Bay. Hey, man, if Amos is on the building, sign me up, Lunatic, for sure. I'm a huge Amos fan. Again, we was coming out on the draft from Penn State. I was hoping we would get him. He's been a solid starter in this league. Absolutely. I would love to get Adrian Amos. I would love to get Adrian Amos. Period, point blank. But how good does that feel, though, guys? Here we are, and we're not worried about the quarterback. No, man, we're talking about what can we do in free agency. Man, we got some wiggle room now. Man, we can kind of get after it and say, okay, let's really attack what we need to do to fix this team now because we know. Man, hold up. Turn the hat back. Over the top. Man, we know the quarterback situation. Man, we're good. We're not the Bears. We trade up for what position to get Mr. Trubisky and whatever. And now they're out here being thirsty, trying to figure out if they can go get Russell Wilson and whatnot. Man, the quarterback position is solidified. Solidified, man. And now we can talk about how can we fix this defense. No matter how much money it costs or what it spends, because our quarterback left some money at the table, right? Which our de facto GM and Stephen Jones said, that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Chris Payne's in the building. What's going on, Chris? Appreciate you, brother. So, yeah, man. Again, for me, and the one thing I talked about with my guy Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk on Twitter, man, go give him a follow. He's awesome. My guy Jay Tutt, my guy Spoonie. One thing that I kind of banged the table about a little bit is, man, last offseason was pretty kosher what we signed and some unexpected. We didn't expect to get Everson Griffin. It didn't pan out, but we didn't expect it though, right? And looking to see how this thing has panned out with Dak now, moving away a few hours away from his contract and looking at it and what they can do. It's on Steven, man. Don't let him off the hook, man. It's on Steven. Like literally, this free look. No, don't go out here and sign 500 guys. That's not what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying go day one and you're just going to go sign 3-4 big ass free agents. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is they can literally do more than what they have done in free agency before. Get younger guys and not these towards the end. How much tread is on the tire guys, and move forward. I'll give y'all a scenario. Let me see what y'all think. I'll give y'all a scenario. If we go get the two big signings, Dalvin Tomlinson and Malik Hooker, how do you feel about this defense moving forward going to the draft? And you already know they're going to Stephen Jones and them. They're going to cover the bases. They'll make sure there's a corner here, a safety here, maybe even more so than Malik Hooker. A linebacker. They'll bring a linebacker back. What do you think? What would you? Dalvin Tomlinson and Malik Hooker are your two guys the big guys, and they'll bring back Joe McCoy as well. What do y'all think about that? Lunatic, you're sure right, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Like, this free agency class, as good as we thought it was beforehand, is only going to get better. Period. Gibson. Oh, time for McClay to work some magic. Yeah. I mean, you can only bring him to the table. I'll tell you what I'm most intrigued about is, last year we got Alden Smith because of the coaching staff that was here. I'll be intrigued to see if we're able to retain Alden Smith for sure. I'll be intrigued to see if we retain him. But I'm very also intrigued to see the guys that Dan Quinn wants to bring in here and who he wants to retain here. Different coach, different things. I'm excited to see how that is. B plus. Yeah, absolutely, lunatic. Hey, Queen's back in the middle. What's going on, Queen? Oh yeah, free agency class is going to be very juicy. Yeah, juicy fruit, if you will. Jack said I would be excited if we just got Tomlinson. All right, Brian, you said all right. If it's Williams and Tomlinson, I think we're all right, Ryan. Boy, don't set the people up here. Do not set the people up. See, I said Malik and Tomlinson. Marcus Williams is going to have a market. Man, I don't know, man. I mean, let me ask you this. Let me press. Marcus Williams or Dalvin Tomlinson? Who do y'all want? Marcus Williams or Dalvin Tomlinson? Who do y'all want? No, would you, Mark? I mean, I think we got to double down on the draft anyways on that. But again, safety and defensive tackle aren't a first round get. That's going to be second, third, fourth, right? Second, third, fourth. And the thing that I like about that for us is we have 5 picks between rounds 2 through 4. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Man, why not just turn all 5 of those picks with everything that's behind it up into maybe 2 seconds and a third, maybe 3 seconds if you can. However you can make that happen, go for it. Like, to me, round 1 obviously is trade down territory. If you especially if it's a quarterback at 10, trade down. Yeah, and you already know I'm a team Pitts guy. Look, I want Kyle Pitts like nobody's business. But again, if there's a quarterback on the board at 10, you can move down. By all means, move down. I'm not mad at that. Outside of round 1, though, I think the Cowboys should be very aggressive coming up the board because you have the collateral to do it. You have the draft capital to do it. Come up the board. Don't sit here and wait. Go get the guys that you want if you're able to. That's kind of how I feel when it comes to that. Lim 6, Seattle trade Dave Smith. Indeed, we just have to wait and see. All we know is the Cowboys want him back. We have to wait and see if he wants to come back. All right, don't you laugh at me now. You didn't pick. I said Wilson. Jeez, Williams or Tomlinson. Who you want? There it is. I'm with you. Fix it in the middle. I like it. Okay, Ryan. I see you came back and said Tomlinson over that. Yeah. Fix it. No, yeah. Let me see me get through a couple more of these. Picture Williamson to Tomlinson better. And then we got Jack with the talk to me, man. Man, let's stop this run. Stop the bleeding. No more free money gifts. No more of that. That's where I'm at, guys. I think if the plan should be this, the front 7. Fix the front 7. We can live with what's on the backside. That's just kind of how I feel. Stop one thing and we can figure it out. We already know this offense is going to put up points. If we're able to stop the run, I mean, go back to the Cleveland game, guys. The Cleveland game. Some third string, 18th round pick. I forgot his dadgum name, from Southwest, East, Left, Florida, something or another. And oh my God, he had like 100 yards on us. My goodness. I mean, Chubb got hurt and we still got torched. Just stop the run. Let's stop the nosebleed. Let's stop the run, and we'll figure it out from there. I just want to stop the run. I just want to be stout against the run. And then the other thing too, we get a little bit of push in the middle for these defensive tackles. Everyone that complains about DeMarcus Lawrence, guess what's going to happen with DeMarcus Lawrence? He's going to start getting sacks because the quarterback can't step up anymore and get away from them. These things go hand in hand. There it is. And Lunatic, here's the thing. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you have. I don't care what team you are. I don't care about the 0.5 after it. If you're giving up 5 yards per carry, It's just not going to be winning football. It's just not. Like there's just certain things that are realistic in this league, and man, that's just one of them. My goodness. Oh, oh, man, I gotta go see. We got some Psalms, guys. My man put that 5.5 up there. Boy, it just changed my whole mood. I mean, I was already salty about the run defense, anyways. I am. Man, look, the passing game, whatever. I went back, and it was making the rounds on Twitter today. The Calvin Johnson 300-yard game against us. Whatever. But when they just turn around and hand the ball off, and they're just gashing you nonstop, and there's nothing you can do about it. Just nothing. Nothing more deflating than that, man. Just taking your manhood. Ugh. Well, I mean, yeah, brother. I mean, well, and again, it goes back to push in the middle, because if they get around the edge, if the quarterback's able to step up in that pocket, man, you're out of gas. I mean, look, they want to be a running quarterback. Now, we know how mobile quarterbacks get us anyways. I don't give a damn if it's Tom Brady. If Tom Brady can shuffle his damn feet 2 times up in the Phillip Rivers just retired. Bring Phillip Rivers out of retirement. If he can shuffle his ass up 2 feet ahead and get rid of the ball, I mean, it's just a problem, man. We have to do better. Yeah, I mean, bro, it's a lot, bro. 5 yards is a lot. When you're giving up 5 yards per carry, bro, you're getting gashed. We're getting gashed. Hey, man. DC for life. I just follow the breadcrumbs, man. Steven is folded with Dak. Not Dak. Zeke, he folded with D-Law. 37.1 was a hollow tip to the brain. He had to fold. Again, it was simple. I mean, end of the day, I get it. People don't want to believe it, but there was no way in hell they're going to pay him 37.1. And of course, if you take him the second time, it's going to be super ugly on that 54 next year. It was going to happen, man. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah. Oh, there it is. Lunatic. I shall say less. Man, I got about 8 more minutes. Wifey just cooked me up some good ass breakfast here. It's gonna be 1 o'clock almost 1 o'clock when I get off of here. Man, I just want to touch base with y'all and see how y'all feel about the old, the Dak deal. I've seen a lot of what we should do now, this, that, and the third, and whatnot. I'm just like, hey, but what about the Dak deal? What y'all think? How do y'all feel? You like it? You love it? You hate it? Let me see my boy. Do. Boom, my boy Brian, Beard Gang, loves the Dak deal. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Queen, no, he did SJ fold. That's also how deep the free agency will be. Folks were praying Dallas screwed up, so team could scoop him up. Yeah. Other teams will scoop him up. Yeah. Brian with the both sides won, couldn't ask for a better outcome. And let me throw that up again. Let me throw that up one more time. It is true. Like I said, I guarantee you tomorrow morning you're going to hear, look, hell, I downloaded a video from, boy, and I had to put this on Twitter, y'all. I had to. But we're getting, we'll be a little extra personal tonight. It's fine. Look at this. Hold on, let me turn this up.
And I am so happy.
Look at this fraud.
I am so relieved. No more Jerry Jones versus Dak Prescott. No more bad blood. No more bad shows for me on Undisputed. Finally, it's over. Did Jerry Jones just overpay for Dak Prescott? Yes, he did. Did he overpay for Zeke and DeMarcus Lawrence and Amari Cooper and Jalen Smith? Yes. Have they all made Pro Bowls? Yes. Am I happy they're still Cowboys? Yes. What was the alternative in this case? It was for Dak to get tagged one more time and play his way right out of town. He's the face of the franchise. He's the leader of the locker room. This way, for the next 4 years, I have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Next year, my team will win the NFC East. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Dak. Thank you, God. I'm back on the bandwagon. Thank you, my Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Man, clown stuff, man. Like, that's clown stuff. It's just clown stuff. He's so plugged in, right? He's so plugged in. It's not even Jerry. It's Steven, first and foremost. Keep it a buck. That's one. He's back on the bandwagon. Well, how'd you fall off the bandwagon? You overpaid? You overpaid? What do you mean you overpaid? But at the time that Jalen Smith took the deal, he took a very, very team-friendly deal. Like, bro, like this overpaid and everything. But it gives him, gives him a point, right? He just signed that $34 million deal. He's going to talk about and do everything. That's why I put that thing on Twitter. Say, hey, man, if you listen to him, man, just unfollow me. Just unfollow me. Hey, man, my boy Boss Cowboy just hit me up. He's about to join here in just 1 second, man. Give it a share. I was about to go eat some breakfast food, but boy, hey, man, let me see what my boy Boss talking about. My boy Boss about to come in this building. But yeah, man, I mean, come on. Back on the bandwagon. I have hope. Overpaid. I just sat here almost an hour in and said, hey, look at the cap hits. How did they overpay? The going rate for a starting quarterback on the cap hit is $22.1 million. The Philadelphia Eagles are paying Carson Wentz more money to play for the Colts than the Cowboys are paying Dak Prescott to play for the Cowboys next season. Let that sink in for a second. That's why I say, man, hey, man, when y'all watch these ESPN shows and these FS1 shows and these big 3-4 letter network shows, man, you gotta take that stuff with a grain of salt, man. Y'all can't just eat that like it's the gospel, because, like I said, man, I said Jerry, man, that had nothing to do with Jerry, man. That was it, man. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, he's not even a Cowboys fan. Stop it. I'm back on the bandwagon. I got something to talk about again. You know what I mean? Like it's wild, bro. It's wild, bro. Yeah. Skip Bayless. Yeah, they overpaid. Man, come on, man. Like that kind of stuff right there is wild to me. Come on, yeah, Skip did this. It's frustrating though, because when we're on these different Cowboys groups, whether you're in the Star Gang group or not, you're in whatever group you're in, man, you see these people regurgitate the same stuff, and it's like, bro, like, come on, like stop it, and I've been trying to educate and talk to people. I'm like, hey, come on, let's keep it a buck, And again, we just say here, guys and ladies, and we're laying out the cap hits and everything else, and what they can do and how they can maneuver. You're not going to hear none of that tomorrow. You know what you're going to hear? $42 million a year. That's what you're going to hear about Dak. $42 million a year. That's what you're going to hear. Oh, he's hamstrung the team. Oh, they're not going to be able to go do anything because they're betting that Stephen Jones won't go do anything. That's why I tell people all the time when it comes to the Stephen A. Smith that says, oh, the Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen. Watch. Let me pick a team. Hold on. I'll take the San Francisco 49ers. They're an accident waiting to happen. They were up in the Super Bowl and lost. Whenever you least expect it, they're an accident waiting to happen. However, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, if y'all missed this show earlier, this guy was in a Vader helmet. It had me cracking the hell up.
Can you hear me, bro?
Bro, yeah, I can hear you. Boy, that Vader helmet had me rolling earlier, man. I was in between doing some shows and everything, and I saw you was also. Let me check on my boy and let me see what's going on. I had to drop. Boy, I saw you in the Vader helmet. I said, well, when I first shot in, I saw the Vader graphic going.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it cut away. I saw you in the Vader helmet. I said, look at this, bro.
Now, listen, man, that's my new lobby. Like, going forward, that's how I'm going to call out the politics. So whenever I'm going at the politics, it's going to be my alter ego, which is Vader. You know what I mean? I'm serious too, like, cause I really want to bring attention to that, because it's a quest for six that we all on, so we just all doing our part, But yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that Vader thing was about, and I mean it too. And I'm
Now,
gonna do that all off season. Whenever I think I smell it, I'm coming at it.
now you got to remember though, Vader did eventually take his helmet off at the very end
Yeah, he did.
and give that clap. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And I know man. You know what I'm saying? With what you do. Hey, I'm gonna put on my boss cowboy hat, man. My hair kind
Yeah,
of
go for it. No, go for it. It's okay. Mine too, man. Yeah, man. I'm out here walling.
Yeah,
All right.
nah, man,
So,
but big day, man, big day, and you called it. Like, I'll be the first to say that. You definitely called it. You never wavered on your faith on that. My faith was kind of up and down until the last 48 hours. And because I was saying it was quiet. When it was quiet, I was like, that's good. Because
that,
usually it's going bad when you start seeing leaks. It
bro,
was
that
no
was my
leaks.
tweet. Yep.
It was silent. I was like, thank God. And
Yeah.
the quieter it was, the more I knew they was working. So, but I'm glad you had the faith, bro. You held on. You really
Yeah.
did. You held on.
Yeah.
And a lot of us were starting to waver.
Man, man, I just followed the breadcrumbs, brother. I just followed the breadcrumbs. And that's it. And I'm with you because I was actually on the back door with you, man. I was actually in the groups and I was tweeting today in some different Facebook messages. I was like, "Hey, man, the best thing." I said the best deck news right now is super
Silence.
quiet. It is silent as hell, and whenever it is silent,
They
you
working.
know something's happening,
right?
And that's what it is. And but on the backside of that, when we were on before and we were talking of that shot, the Big Game James and whatnot. The big thing for me was always this, boss, and I just breadcrumbs, and that's what I told y'all. I was like, hey, man, Steven's folded at every turn. Y'all know this.
Yeah.
I ain't telling y'all don't know. He's folded every turn.
Yeah,
and
he's folded.
And he had to. And look, the gig was up. Now. Unfortunately for Cowboys Nation and us and the amount of hours that we had to talk about it and do things, he played it to the very bitter end.
Yeah, I was expecting it to even go into tomorrow. I was just like, be quiet all day. If it's quiet all day, it was a good sign going into tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised it happened this evening. I was surprised, but it also makes sense because it gives them a chance to be the headlines first thing in the morning.
It does.
So they can steal those headlines. And all the leverage and common sense did say sign him. But my apprehension and others was kind of like the history of the Joneses, like with Jimmy, right? Keeping Garrett long, keeping Scott Linehan long, all that kind of stuff. That just kind of made us doubt would they actually exercise in common sense. And then what really made me afraid, and I think others, was the fact that they did allow Cooper to hit free agency. Like that could have went bad. Right. So that told me that they have I'm not getting into politics, but there are some times where people would shut down the government and it's like, oh, you crazy.
Where's the Vader helmet? That.
So when you watch the Cowboys, sometimes you say, oh, they crazy. Like they not dumb. I would never call the Joneses dumb ever. But they can get to where they'll get so dug in that you like, bro, did you have to blow up the whole team to be right? But no, I think you did read the tea leaves right, because the tea leaves also said with the apprehension, it did more so say that they get deals done. They got a long history of getting deals done. And I just think all of us was kind of burnt out on it.
And again, that's back to the 3-year ride, everything that happened. And look, even on the shows, like, man, hashtag, send me the tears. Right. I'm good with the tears. Show me, right. And I was definitely there with y'all, on that standpoint. But again, here was the as they would call it, the hollow tip. You know what the hollow tip was, bro?
Talk to me.
That 37.1, brother.
Yeah.
That hollow tip was there. It wasn't the 54 afterwards.
It was the 37 now. I agree.
Right now.
I agree. And because like I said tonight on the show, Boss Cowboy Sports, is people always talk about Dak's ankle, right? But the Joneses felt the pain of paying out 31.4 million in 4.5 games. I think because see, you was dealing with a guy that was so durable. You was dealing with a guy that was
Mm,
like, oh, he never breaks. He's
mhm,
never been injured. And even when you look at him coming from Mississippi State, he was
mhm.
third all time in snaps in the total SEC, not school history,
Right. The entire
the
it's
entire
right.
SEC. So you looking at a guy who seemed to never break. So I think once his ankle had that freak, it freaked them out like, oh, we want to play this game, you know, to your point. So then going into another 37, it's like, nah, we don't want to go back down that road. That's what made this deadline a real one, you
You
know.
know, and two, because they watched Romo get hurt, and once the injury started happening with Romo, oh wait, hey, we need to get this done now and figure it out, right?
Right.
There was some of that to it, and then also the one thing that I brought up, and I brought this up with you and James as well, was the one thing I thought that nobody talked about enough of throughout this entire ordeal was Todd France,
Yeah.
because France has to get something done. Like, he's got these guys, right? He's leaving the agency to start his own,
Right.
right? You've only got you only got last year, right? You only got Ryan Tannehill paid. Two of your guys were tagged, hurt. Your other guy tagged, and he's getting tagged again. You have to seal the deal.
Yeah.
You had to seal the deal, because if you don't, then the other person was like, man, look, you can't get Dak paid,
Right.
bruh. You
Yeah.
can't get Dak paid. Why am I here?
Right. And to be honest, Dak still had the leverage to where he could have bent us over all the way up to Mahomes' money.
Oh
He
yeah.
really, he could have, like, he could have made this nastier. I think it was some great give and take on both sides. But
Oh, see, you speaking my language there,
let's
boss.
talk about that.
Yeah.
It was some great give and take on it. It's the
Mm-hmm.
fact that the Joneses don't do short contracts. You can
Mm-hmm.
go look at their last 7 contracts, and that's obvious. So they
Yep.
gave on their president. They
Well,
gave on that
watch this.
with the 6 year.
Well,
I know they
yeah,
worked it
look,
out.
they got
It
to
was some good
hide
give
it.
and take.
They
Yeah,
got to hide it. Here's what they did.
they
See,
got
to
to
me,
hide it.
here's
Yeah,
what they got. Both sides got to hide some things.
right.
How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Both
It was
things
some
got to
good.
hide some things,
It was some good give and take on both sides, man.
because 42 million per year sounds good.
Right.
Yeah, 22.1, 33.1 the first 2 years, right? Okay, let's pivot it back over here. We don't do short deals. Well, you got a 6-year deal, but low key, the last 2 years are never going to be seen.
Right.
They're not. This is a 3-year deal, 4 at best, depending. But Dak got the ultimate trump card. He got that, when you gotta play Uno and you got that draw 4.
Right.
He got that draw 4.
Yeah.
And here's what he did. He said, look, man, and here's what I said earlier. He's a student of the game. He's a Cowboys fan. Be clear. He knows that Romo got the no tag deal, his first contract.
And
Or
you,
first big
you
contract.
told me about that. I didn't even know
Right.
that. Like, you told me about that a year ago.
Yeah. First big contract, not the rookie deal, but the first
Yeah,
big
the first
contract.
big contract. Yeah.
He got the no tag. That's why he got the big money on
later.
that third one. Right.
Without all the fighting and tripping that we saw with Dak.
There you go. So
that's why I never bought into, just real quick.
Mhm.
Sometimes you could almost hear, I hope people don't take this wrong, but you could hear sometimes the fake racial tones where they would say, why is Romo not treated? And it's like, no, you got to really know the team, bro. Like, Jerry and them they would pull some on anybody. It has nothing to do with color with them.
Nope.
They buy green.
I think here's what I believe. And I think Des Bryant said it best. He walked he look, his story, you can go look it up if you don't believe me.
Yeah.
He went and said him and Jerry walked on the field at one point in time. This is during the contract thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I heard the story.
Yeah. And he said, Jerry was talking to him or whatever, and his agent wasn't around. And he looked at Jerry. I mean, and look, and this is what people don't know about that. Dak's no, excuse me, Dez is no dummy.
No.
Yeah. People might sometimes, no. Dez said, hey, Jerry, but now, if you was to guard me,
Yeah.
what would happen? And
You destroy me.
and Jerry said, oh, no, you squat. There's nothing. He goes, well, why do you think I'm going to negotiate a contract with you?
Right.
I said, see there. Boom. And that's a temperament that has to remain, as it is in Cowboys Nation with whoever's going to negotiate a contract, so on and so forth, as it pertains to these guys, man. Shout out to my guy, Dez, man. So, even Dez understood, if you will, how that works. And you're absolutely right on that, boss, as you were talking about that just a few minutes ago. And the thing was, to me, last year, if you listen, you followed the tea leaves quite closely, is the hiccup at the very tail end of this deal, and they ran out of time, was the tag. Dak wanted the no tag in there, and they were trying to get it done. They couldn't get it done. To me, I think when everyone said, well, why did it take so long this year? I think it was the same thing, because what we heard from Stephen Jones the past 2 years was this, right? And I'm getting to a point here. What? Follow me, boss. I'm sorry. I'm being a little long-winded here. All right.
Man, no rush.
Okay. I think the last very tail end thing was the tag again, because what we heard from Stephen was this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every dollar counts. Every dollar has to go somewhere. If you take $1, it takes it from over here, so on and so forth, is what they did. And here's what I love about this deal, and here's what I believe about this deal, as I've had a little bit of time to look at it, and I want to get your response to it. I'm going to give you completely open space on it.
All right.
That gets $75 million this year. I think that's right. Let me double check my notes real quick. Let me double check my notes. Yeah, 75 million. He's getting $75 million in the great state of Texas. No state income tax. He gets $75 million this year. Okay,
right.
His cap hit's 22.1. What some people thought would be overpaying Dak last year, because they said 20 million. Neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. But 22.1. Okay. And then the following year is 33.1. Okay. Right?
Right.
33.1. Cap number one. I don't care about your APYs and what y'all want to throw out there. We're talking about
the cap number, right? Yeah, that's what really affects football, right?
It's supremely lower. To the case of point, shout out to my guy Brian in the building, Beard Gang. Because we worry about, because then they'll say, well, percentages though, boss, percentages. Well, Dak's going to be 12% of the cap this year.
Right.
Mean number 12. All right. Super low, what the people said. Okay, so because they say, as long as you're 17 and under, well, shit, he 12. Okay, 12. Cool. Yes. He 12. Here's what I think. Here's what I believe. And here's the caveat of what this deal does and what I love about it is that could have got tagged, right? 37.54. You're hamstrung. You can't do nothing. Dak said, okay, I've listened to you. I know you said every dollar means something, whatever the case may be. But I also know Romo got what he got when he was here. So bet. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to take my money up front. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm in Texas anyways. I'm going to take my $75 million now. Hey, you need money to go do stuff, because, Steve, that's what you've said for 2-3 years now, is you negotiated during the media. Go spend money. That's what you need. Okay, bet. Here it is. I gave it to you. Silver platter. So I got my 75 right now, and I'm going to get some extra on top, but my 75 up front. All right, and I'm not going to hit your cap. However, if you don't build this team the right way, you ain't going to trade me, and you're not going to be able to tag me again. Deal with it. I believe this deal right here, whether I'd like to believe that Stephen Jones understands this, but if he doesn't, allow me to let him know this spotlight isn't on Dak no more, in my opinion. Yeah, sure. Oh, you got the big deal. The pressure's going to be there, blah, 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 go win the Super Bowl. We already know that was going to, no matter what deal he signed, that was going to come. But when you look at the brass tacks of this deal, though, boss, man, I think the spotlight is directly from 2013 on. We talked about this offseason, how they operate. We've argued, went back and forth, sons of bitches, and the whole nine. It's on Steven. Hey, you needed money? Dak said, here's your money. Go make it happen.
The sad part, this is always simple stuff, and this is stuff that could have been done a long time ago. But
Mm-hmm.
since it's done, like I don't want to go back into who messed up and stuff like that.
I ain't worried about messed up. No,
Yeah,
not at all. I'm talking
I'm
about
ready
here
to move
forward.
forward. Right, I'm ready
Here
to move
forward.
forward because I'm also, even though Steven did mess up, like he burned a lot of money, I could also look at it from his standpoint as well. From
Mhm.
just from this standpoint, if you was able to get Dak and make him cave to team friendly, then that means everybody going forward you had leverage on. So that's almost a fight that's worth fighting. You see what I'm saying? To where if I'm able to get this guy to cave and make him be team friendly, then Gallup got to.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Then Pollard got to, because it's like the leader of our team came down. That's how we do business. And if you can make that case, whether it's fair or not, at
Mhm.
least you artificially created leverage out of nothing.
Mhm.
So I can see where the attempt was worth it from his standpoint. It
Mhm.
just got to a point to where when Dak bet on himself, he just was winning too much. It was like, bro, he gave you no room to then kind of use fake leverage against him because he played the whole campaign right. Number one, he came out there in 4.5 games and was on a 6,600 yard pace.
Ignorant. Yeah.
So you check the
Ignorant
box
shit.
of production, and he was already, being mentioned in the MVP category and all that kind of stuff. So that was one. And then number two, he classically played the good guy role. You couldn't be mad at him like the Seahawks are now mad at Russell Wilson, because he never fell for petty
Mhm.
stuff.
Mhm.
He never did. So when they was chirping at him, he was doing stuff like, when you say stuff about me, this is what I'm gonna show. I'm gonna
Right.
build a field in my backyard.
Right.
No, and so everybody was like, damn, that's dedication. You know what I mean? When you leak stuff about concerned about my ankle and you say depreciation, he did a photo op with his beautiful lady, right? On the beaches. It was just classy.
Hey, and never mind the fact he's been in the building the entire time outside of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's perfect PR. That's saying, hey guys, we go work this out.
Mhm.
He never allowed it to look nasty, even
Mhm.
when it was nasty.
Mhm.
That's what makes him the perfect Dallas Cowboy quarterback. Because see, you can't come here and play the games that Watson is playing and what
Right.
Russell Wilson is playing. No, you're not gonna come at Jerry and Steven. If Jimmy Johnson couldn't do it, our quarterback couldn't do it. You know what I mean? So he know, like you said it perfect. He's a Cowboy fan. He know our history, and he played it, bro.
He
And
played it
then
perfectly.
even allowing his brother to be the bad cop and the person that shoots back at the media that was sucking up to Jerry. Man, it was just, man, Dak.
They played it. He played it perfectly.
Good job. I gotta
Because,
shake your head, bro.
yeah. Because again, he got his money.
Yeah.
And hey, look, if it doesn't go right over the next couple of years, if you're a smart and intelligent Cowboys fan, it's on Steven. It's on Steven. Like, bro, Steven can look. I don't want Steven can't go to 105.3 no more and say, well, we got all this money tied up in Dak, and you can't do it no more. $22 million this year. Bro, y'all ain't got to touch a contract. You under the salary cap before the season even starts.
Right.
And great job.
Great job.
Good thing Dak said, okay, I'll do this. Because if not, then you're looking at the Steelers. You're looking at the New Orleans Saints. Look at what's going on there. My goodness. I mean, that is again, the one thing that it pertains when it comes to one Dakota Rain Prescott. And shout out to his look. If anybody wants to go get a degree in psychology, maybe you should go to Mississippi State. Maybe you should. Because this guy has unequivocally worked this entire, because we talked about this, boss, me and you.
Right.
Hey, he's not gonna get the beer and nachos with him. It's not what he is. He's not Star Spangled Bannered. Oh, it's the star. He's not enamored with it. But he consistently works it, even though he's taken the L. Like, again, he is taking the L when you look at the cap. However, I got my money on the front side, and y'all won't hold me hostage again. I bet you that. And sometimes, boy, that freedom is everything. And salute.
Yes, that's what I want to see, bro.
Yeah, and salute to Dak because he said, look, because the only way you can hold them to the only way you can hold Steven's feet to the fire is, okay, you want what you want, but you got to give me what I want. And that's the great thing about this deal. Again, they're going to get on there tomorrow. They're going to talk about who won, who lost. I mean, look, man, Skip, I did it before you got on here. Skip's, they overpaid. Okay, Skip. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
because now you got to save face. It's because you did all that Jerry Ball licking.
Oh, come on. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
You did. See, now you got to save face. You did all this Jerry Ball licking, lobbying for Jerry, and the whole time they was negotiating and working it out. You was the sidekick woman trying to get the married man. You know what I mean? And now you got to go up there because you look like a fool. So now you're going to go up there and you're going to still be the ultimate poison to the Cowboys fan base. And it's sad because then you and I have to clarify his lies. Yeah. And also, by the way, I love your hat, by the way. I got to get that hat, bro. A Dallas Cowboy Texas hat. Where did you get that, bro?
Hey,
I
man.
love it.
Hey, man.
That's dope,
Texas,
bro.
You in Texas, you sure already got one. What you mean? I got you on we'll talk.
We'll work that out. My bad. I just had to get up there. I kept looking at it like,
I'll get you my plug. I got you. I got a plug.
Appreciate it.
Look, I had some of the lashes like, Nix, where you be getting all these damn hats from? I said, man, I got a plug, man. But I got you. Man,
because you know I love Texas and then I love the star. You put it together, but you killed it.
Come on. Hey, look, hold on now. Let me make sure, because some people be like, oh, Nix, that's that bootleg. Nah, fam.
Nah, I see. I can tell it was quality sitting on your head. I could tell. I could tell the whole time.
Had to let them know.
Yeah, I would tell it was the authentic.
Yeah, had to let them know. Man, hey, man, Queen has been bringing it. And man, bringing it.
Everywhere.
The psychology and business management degrees were clutch in how he worked this situation. Man, and it is. And again, here's the great thing about it, because everybody said this, boss. Everybody said this. They said either Steven's going to win or Dak's going to win, or it's going to be a tag and blah blah blah. And man, they found a way. And look, and I'm gonna give Steven some here. Don't judge me here, okay? I don't want you to jump on me. I'm gonna give Steven some flowers real quick.
Yeah, me too. I got some flowers for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Steven a little bit of flowers here. As much as we have, bashed him and rode on him, he did stick to his guns.
Yeah.
And he did get what he wanted from Dak. Be clear. I do want to be clear on that. Yeah. Dak got his money. Dak got his money, but he also said, I need money to go do shit. Now, pause. Okay, here's where I'm at. All right, Steven. Right. Dak won, period. I think Dak always wanted to be here. And that was the question, right? Even Fisher brought up, hey, do we know if Dak wants to sign here? Which is a fair question because he never said that, right? It's a fair question. You got to get the clicks. Come on, boss.
That was for clicks, man.
I know, but after 2-3 years, you gotta rile it up a little bit.
Dak wanted to be here so bad, bro, that he was depressed from being a fourth rounder until we picked him.
Oh man, come on, man.
That tells you everything, bro. When you can lose millions and then your team pick you and you just say, oh, I feel good.
Right.
Because he was already a first round talent. But keep going though. I ain't gonna get off your point.
No. I ain't mad at you because, like I said, he was number 2 on my big board. So neither here nor there.
Right.
But with that being said, I mean, shit, you got Captain America in this thing, man. Roger Staubach was so, hey, go get him. But they were trying to go get. Never mind.
You was breaking down Steven though. I don't want to get off your point.
But back on Steven is you preach, and here's the. Man, this is what I love what Dak did. This is why I love what Dak did. Steven preached, I need these dollars to go do it. I need it. And here's what happened. Dak said, okay, show me. But you get one shot. Because if you don't show me, you ain't going to hold me. And I love that about that. And I think this is the biggest reason why I think Cowboys fans should get excited is because Steven has no out now. Again, we know Steven caves. Look, we talked about it already, right? Zeke, D-Law, in the way that Dak structured his contract within everything that he used Steven's words against him, really.
Yeah. He
When
did.
you look at the breakdown of what's going to be against the cap, he used his words against him, really.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 2-3 years after this, if they don't deliver, it's directly on Steven.
Hold on, break that down, boy, because I'm certain people miss what you said. I know what you said.
I'll run it back.
I just go into the details just a look, because I know people miss what you said.
All right. Look. Okay, I'll dig deeper. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Steven, look, I'm not worried about after he beat Seattle that they pay. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about once they got to the point where they had to sign or tag him. Steven began the media march of 105.3 the fan, whatever he jumped
of
on.
the cap,
percentage of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we looked at the analytics and what you have to do. Every dollar has to count. Right. Every dollar has to go somewhere. We can't sign other guys if we give so much of the pie to a certain guy. And he's preached that for 2 years.
Yeah.
And Dak said, bet. Okay. So you need a percentage. Bet. Here's how we can structure this thing to give me what I want monetarily, 75 million, almost 100 million this year. Like, bro, we're in March. Like, bro, when he signs Wednesday, when he signs, I don't know where Chase, Wells Fargo, whatever, bam, it's no state income tax. Bam, it's in there. And my percentage of the cap, because you said right, boss, percentage of the cap, you can't win every dollar, it has to go somewhere.
Check the boxes.
Say that again.
He checked the boxes. Like he checked all his boxes. It's almost like, in sales. As a businessman, you always in sales. I'm always in sales. One of the things, the way you close deals is you listen to the prospect and you hear their objections and you overcome them. And you're right. That's exactly what he did. So if your concern was a percentage of the cap being something that's going to hurt our team, how about we structure it in a way where we backload it to where at least this year in a COVID year where the cap is struggling, we will still be able to build around that. Now, when it goes into the second year, 2022, because of the Monday night deal in the week 17 or the 17 games, it's going to be more cap space. Plus, the vaccines they were vaccinating people at 2 million people a day. At that rate, we'll be done with this vaccine stuff by July. You see what I'm saying? May, maybe. That means going into the season.
How about this? Keep it a buck. What did Jerry tell as soon as we got to the offseason? Oh, we led the league in attendance.
Yeah. So all these money factors getting ready to spike the cap as well. So it was just a perfect way to everybody to walk away also and save face. Because if Dak was a real butthole, he literally had all the leverage to get more than Mahomes. He had all the leverage to do it. And let me tell you, from this standpoint, because
No, go for it. Hit a boss.
Yeah, because he had all the leverage. Because if people look at the Mahomes contract close, it was a 10-year contract, but the cap hit was only $7 million his first year. Yeah. Because they able to, with 10 years, you're able to really work with it. You know what I mean? So they knew that Dak was like, I can get paid like Mahomes, but he wanted to say, okay, look, if anything, I want to be over Watson, but I'm gonna use Mahomes as the people to say, I want to be paid like Mahomes, but I'm really trying to meet above Watson. And that's exactly what happened, to where people now can say, well, we didn't make him like Mahomes. We just made him like Watson. But everybody walked out a winner, where I save face. I still look like but really it's not even about saving face. I think everybody won in the end, finally.
Yep. I think everybody won, but it positioned it away from because Dak's been underneath the microscope for 2 years. Dak said, okay, I'm gonna give you what you want, because I'm gonna pull, you know what I'm gonna do? Because here, look, Numbers don't look. Men lie, women lie. What doesn't lie, boss?
Numbers.
Numbers don't lie.
No,
So
I'm gonna add a little bit to it. Numbers properly interpreted don't lie.
fair enough. Let's look at percentage of cap for quarterbacks next year. Let's look at them. Let's just throw some numbers out there.
All right.
How about that?
Okay, let's go.
All right. Let's just throw some numbers out there. Matt Ryan.
Oh, you talking about real cap hits?
Oh yeah, I'm talking real.
Oh, you talking real cap? Tell me what it is.
Yeah. Because
I'm gonna guess this. I'm gonna guess this. I'm guessing.
All right.
Matt Ryan is gonna be super heavy because he going into what his third or fourth year of his contract.
Yeah, he's number one.
He
on the
got
list,
a backloaded contract, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be what 35, 40 million.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
As a cap hit?
That's a little light, sir.
What?
That's a little light, sir.
Talk to me.
That's a little light. 21 cap dollars for Matt Ryan is 40.9. You want to guess what percentage of that cap is?
Well, I know the numbers on that one, so that one is going to be around 21.
There you go, 21.8.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. So he's going into year 3 of his contract, so it's going to be similar. So I'm going to guess 40.
Little under 37.
Okay.
37.
This is fun. I like this.
Yeah.
This is a good game.
Hey, let's look at that percentage.
So that percentage is going to be around 19.
There you go. 19.91.
Which is still high as hell.
Oh, hey, you can't win with those guys. Remember? That's what they told us.
And that's such a lot. Can we address that?
Sure.
No. Keep going. I'm liking this game.
I'll tell you what. We'll run down this. Then we'll come back. Percentage BS. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's so
all right.
BS.
All right. We got number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is disgruntled though, boss. Number 3 wants out. Number 3 hates his life right now. Number 3's got he's got the Bible and he's got Sierra. That's what he's got. Oh, Russ.
You clouded. I like this game.
Russ.
This is a good game.
Oh, Russ.
Man, this is it. I love this game.
Oh, Russ. Cap dollars.
If we cap dollars, so he's a year after he signed a year after Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Just last year.
So he's not so deep into his cap hits. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna guess. So Aaron was 37. So I'm gonna guess 33, 34.
Close, 32.
Man, I'm cold at this.
I know that's why I got you on here. now, be clear real quick though. Mm-hmm. Before we go anywhere else, in 21, right? Mm-hmm. Russ is 32. What's Dak's? Wait a minute.
Gotcha.
What's that? What's Dak's cap hit this year? 22.2, 22.5. Yeah, 22.2. Yeah, 22.2. Wow. Told me we couldn't pay Dak. We couldn't do nothing. Wow, look at that. He's 10 million. They wanted Russ though, but hey, here we are. So wait. Oh, he's
sad, bro.
17% of the cap. Now this gets juicy. Are you ready for this juiciness?
Yes.
Man, look, this is so juicy, bro.
You petty too. I like your pettiness. I'm loving your pettiness.
This is so juicy. I don't think they're ready for this jelly. There was a song one time, I think. I think. Man, you are not
your
ready.
Your petty skills are good. I like your petty skills. They're awesome.
Man, I told everybody. I made a post earlier. I said, man, y'all ain't gonna like me for the next couple of days.
Cause you smooth with it. Like you slapping it, people don't even know you slapping them. Like you slapping the hell out of this. But when you're not slapping people, you slapping a narrative.
So we got Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. That's your top 3 quarterbacks. Salary cap hits.
Yeah.
On cap hits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's number 4? Is it Patrick Mahomes?
I would guess.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna guess because I know the order of these quarterbacks. So that would be Wentz or Goff. Or
Wentz is in the top 10 though. Goff is as well. But no, there's a guy.
Man, I was doing good there. Okay, Ben.
No, because Ben restructured. Remember, Ben restructured this.
I was doing good. Now you got me looking flaky. Hold on, real quick. So we talking cap hits and quarterbacks.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now because nobody would ever expect it. That's why. That's why it's not your fault. Boss, it is not your fault.
I'm still trying to get it though, man. I really try to test myself with this game. This is a good game. I'm loving this game. Hold on.
Man,
I ain't gonna take too
look.
long though. Go ahead, tell me that.
No, you good. No, you good. All I'm gonna say is, we are talking about talking about certain people. My boy Ryan mixed with the bootylicious lyrics. You never know what you're gonna get out here. You never go. Yeah, we gonna spill some tea, Queen. We about to spill some tea because man, this guy made so much money. Like everybody talks about certain backup quarterbacks stealing money and doing their things. This is a starting quarterback that has sold a plethora of money. I think that might put you in there, boss. I'm kind of leaning somewhere. He was drafted in the 4th round even, and then he started and just made a shit ton of money,
bro. And I should have figured this out so easily. Kirk Cousins, and it makes sense because he got a 3-year contract.
He got the second bag, bro.
Yeah, and so most of his stuff guaranteed. It's a short contract, so they had to squeeze a lot. Got you. Damn. I should have got.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing that I was always preaching, bro. He got the double tag, got the bag, 3-year bag.
Yep.
Look, one wide receiver started bitching, moaning, and complaining and pissing. They shipped his ass out and gave him another bag. Then this last season, they were like, "Ooh, man, this guy sucks. Just give it to Dalvin Cook and let's pray." And that's what happened. So, but number 4 in your number 4 on your charts and number 4 in your hearts, Kirk Cousins, $31 million against the cap. That percentage, 16.34. Ooh. We're not done. We're not done, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done.
This is good, man.
We're not done.
This is good.
Because I mean, Dak got paid
because the fans need this, though, bro. Everything you doing is needed. Because it's. Go ahead, though.
No.
I'm loving this game.
Yeah, hey, because if you pay Dak, you can't do nothing.
Oh, man,
you can't do nothing.
I preach this. Preach it.
Well, let's get over to number 5. Now, also a Todd France disciple.
So if it's a Todd France disciple, we already went through Matt
Ryan's gone already. Yeah,
Matt Ryan's gone already. That was a
Todd France. Got paid last year. He got his second $100 million contract. He got one from the Dolphins and one from.
Okay, I'm gonna give me about 3 guesses. Is this cool?
Go for it.
Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo.
No. Got a $100 million deal from the $200 million deals. He's on his second $100 million. Well, I'm sorry. I guess his second deal was like $96 million. My bad. I don't want to, people will roast me because it's not quite a
Carr. Don't say Carr, bro.
No, not Carr. First, he was drafted by the Dolphins on the second team now.
Oh, Tannehill.
There you go. Ryan.
I didn't even know that was a Todd Francis guy.
Oh yeah, Todd France. He got paid by Todd France. He's the only Todd France guy that got paid last year. Imagine that. Neither here nor there. $29.5 million this year, 15.28% of the cap. Now, I love number 6. I'm gonna tell you why let me tell you why I love number 6. And see, I would love to share the screen with y'all. And once we're done, I will share the screen. I will. But just to keep it a buck and whatnot, I'll share the screen so y'all can see it afterwards. But I wanna go through this with my guy Boss. Now, number 6 is he's long in the tooth. He always played for less. Apparently, he never took the best money.
Oh God! Oh no, Tom Brady.
Oh Tom.
Oh my God.
Old Thomas. 28.3, 15% of the cap.
No, man. Post this on Star Game page tonight because I'm gonna forward this shit straight in the morning. Like, stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it.
Look. And I want look. For those who are like, "Oh, UBS, and where's this from?" Hey, man, if you don't like Spot Rack, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know. If you're not messing with Spot Rack, I don't know.
Is it called Spot Rack or Spot Track?
No, here's the thing.
I've been calling it Spot Track forever.
Spot Track. I used to call it Sport Track. That was my problem. I thought it was an R in front of the T.
I don't really know. I'm not even. I'm
Or
serious. I don't know.
Spotrac? I don't know. I
I
don't
don't know,
either.
but I know what you're talking about. Either yeah,
That part.
yeah,
Okay.
that part.
All right, so let's get to number 7.
Damn.
Number 7. First one to get traded this offseason. He just got paid last season. First one to get traded this offseason.
Oh, that's not Wentz.
No. First one to get traded.
The first one to get traded.
First one.
This offseason, you said.
This offseason he got traded.
Damn. That now we down to Matthew.
Goff.
Oh, Goff. Oh, that's right. It makes sense because Goff was on that 33.5 APY. It makes sense. So it should have been one of the higher contracts.
There you go. So 27.8, 13%. Look, now think about that for a second, ladies and gentlemen. The Eagles paying more for Goff than what the Cowboys are going to pay. That might really pertain to the Rams paying more for Goff than they're going to pay Stafford. But neither here nor there. Here we are. The new world. Number 8, though, now. Number 8's a throwback. Number 8's a little bit of a throwback here. Because he played 6 games and became the highest paid player in NFL history.
Now we the Jimmy.
There you go. Old Jimmy
now
G.
we the Jimmy G.
But hey, old Jimmy G still clocking that 26.4 and 13%, though.
And then it's finna be Wentz.
Oh my God, 20. Well, they got Ben Roethlisberger here, but he just restructured. So you are right. It's Carson Wentz, 25.4 for 13.
Dak less than Wentz, man.
Less than Wentz. Yeah. Hey.
And we bitching.
Oh, hey, some of us are.
This was the best game I played all day.
It's cathartic. It's cathartic.
Because it's just amazing how lies move so fast and truth moves so slow.
Yep. Now, there's a particular guy that's making $45 million a year that nobody talks about, right? The number one paid player, the number one paid player in the league. So they say, right? Patrick Mahomes that we haven't talked about.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes sitting here at 24.8 for 12.99. So call it 13%. Now, B, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Nick's was boss. Nick's, what does that matter? 13%. Now I'm gonna slap you in the back of the head here in a second. Wait for it. Teddy Bridgewater, number 12, 22.9, 12.14%. Guess what? That's 0.14% higher than Dak.
Teddy. Teddy 2 gloves.
2 gloves. Derek Carr, 11.48 with 22. Stafford, 20, 10.5. Hey, guys, number 15 in the league. Number 15. Watch this. People are going to, when I say this, people are going to be like, Nick, you're lying. They're going to tell me I'm lying. Taysom Hill, 16.1, 8.6. Deshaun Watson right behind me at 15.9 and 8. Neither here nor there. But let's go back to, that's where we are. And then there's the Drew Brees, Marcus Mariota's, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold. Right. But again, here's the key to and the reason why I brought this up. If you stay here long enough, guess what? You're in luck. The APY, the money up front, everything else, it's great. I wanted to bring this particular thing up. I've had it up for a while, and here's why I wanted to bring it up. Patrick Mahomes going forward, 12.99, 13% of the cap, right? 13%. Do you think Dak didn't look at it? Do you think Dak and his agency didn't look at, well, over the next 3 years, what does Patrick Mahomes cost the cap? How do we get there? Because I can maneuver money however I want to. Percentage is what matters.
That's what matters. That's what matters.
And he said, what did he say? What did he say now? Let's be clear. I want to be right behind Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Y'all fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and y'all fell for he was looking for $45 million a year. Let's be clear.
That was clickbait.
Deshaun Watson is 8.09. Okay?
Yeah, with a new contract.
With a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes is number 10 in the league at 12.99.
Mm-hmm.
Dak wanted a percentage, is what he wanted, and he got 12. Everybody's going to scream, yell, holler about money per year and everything else. Low key, though, let's keep it a buck. Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Ron Tannehill, Tom Brady, Jared Goff, Jimmy G.
All hurting their caps way more.
Man, talk to me.
Then a guy with a new contract.
Boss.
So like just on the APY difference in the cap hit is the APY is generally only what you're relating to your peers. But when it comes down to the business of football, yeah, it's about that cap hit. You know what I mean? And so it's so sad how many people don't know what you just said. It's literally I would say 99.9999% don't have any idea because what you're saying is so true. What's gonna be preached first thing in the morning? I already heard you say this when I was coming on. But it's true. That first thing in the morning, it's gonna be a bunch of inflations, and everybody's gonna be only talking about the average. So they gonna only talk about, did Dak overpay? Did Dallas? And then this is what they're gonna be saying. Dallas screwed themselves. They destroyed their cap into the long-term future because they gave a quarterback that's not top 5, top 3 money. You don't give a quarterback that's not even top 5. I maybe say he's top 10, and our fans gonna be eating it because they're only talking about the average, not what's the actual build-up and what's the build-up and the spike of the cap that's getting ready to happen, which is go equal out everything. But it's like I said, man, the lies go 100 miles an hour and truth moves slow. So I'm just so happy to be in the podcast community because this is where the truth is. I've been saying it all day. This is where you get this type of information, man. This was very quality what you just did, bro. And it wasn't hard. All you did was just Google spot track or however you say it.
Spot rack,
spot rack, whatever, spot rack, whatever. All
I need to know is what's the percentage?
What's the percentage?
That's all I need to know.
Because it's so important what you said, because it killed all excuses too. That's so beautiful, bro. It killed all excuses. But what's sad is some people not gonna even want to hear this truth. So when they say stuff like, now we're not gonna be able to build a team, and then you gonna be able to show them, hey man, Dak is only 12%. They not gonna say, "Oh, thank you for that information. I'm glad I'm informed now. I feel so better about our future." No, it's just gonna be silence. You know. Then you go see that same person in another group saying the same thing. Now I just showed you. I just gave you I just showed you that it's gonna only be 12%. So it's one of those things, man. Keep preaching this gospel, man. Now, one of the things I want to go back to. Even if it was 19% or 18%, it don't matter. Because see, I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm gonna start saying this more and more and more.
Okay. Hit me.
It's not even as much about as your cap space, as much as it's your plan to get players. What's the plan to get players? Because everybody some kind of way make it as if it's a one-for-one relationship to where the biggest savers are the people that make the Super Bowl. If that was the case, we would be the New England Patriots right now, because nobody in the last 10 years have saved and budgeted better than Dallas. We top 3 in budgeting over the last 10 years. CBS said we was number 1. You know, it's different people that say that, but we are definitely in the, so
we're top 3. No matter what you want to believe, we top
3, right? We top 3 in budgets. So budgets don't win. It's more so because, like, what I want to address was Aaron Rodgers made up 19% of the cap, which was a record at that time, and that's speaking from APY, not the actual cap hit.
Right.
So, but his APY was 19% of the cap when he signed it, right? You can't tell me that Green Bay should not have won the Super Bowl or been there. And what really messed them up was not the cap space of the quarterback. It was the dumb move of passing on Jefferson and Mims when you had a chance, and Claypool when you had a chance at both, where you could have really gave Aaron Rodgers a number 2 and a number 3. You had your defense built. You had your number 1 receiver. You had a running game. You simplified it for Aaron and made it more game management with elite throws. That's why he went back up to MVP level. You did everything right, but staff him, bro. It wasn't his cap. It was y'all decisions, man. So that's why I say most of this, we blaming quarterbacks for percentages of caps, so-called being team destroyers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's your front office decision making.
Hey, boss, and here's where I'm at when it comes as this is a hot thing now, right? And we go through this every once in a while, like, oh well, you can't, like, all of a sudden the running back, you can't pay the running back, right? And that's what it turned into. You can't pay the running back, you know, and then it turned into wait, don't pay linebackers. Wait, don't pay linebackers anymore. Like, linebackers don't matter. I mean, Jesus Christ, linebackers don't matter. All right. This hot ticket world in NFL starts going back and forth. Like, don't pay this, don't pay that, don't do this, don't do that. I'm like, okay, cool, bet. Here's what I do know. Imagine, right? Imagine you had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Like now. And look, I'm gonna be cool. Look, hey man, I'm 42, right? I'm gonna say 30 years. You had 30 years of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and you made it to 3 Super Bowls. Hey man, it's hard.
It's just hard. Look, that's it. Thank you.
Hard.
Thank you, bro.
It's fucking hard.
Thank you.
Here's the problem. Just like, to a certain extent, LeBron James broke them. Look, y'all talk about super teams and whatever the case may fucking be and how he moved around. Look, I believe MJ is the greatest of all time. But look, I'm not going to sit and disrespect what he's, bro, winning or losing in the final, whatever. Bro, he got there X amount. Like, bro, it's fucking hard.
That's
like,
it.
Stop. Like,
and I guarantee if we play with the numbers, I guarantee we could say if people that play defensive ends X amount didn't make the Super Bowl. You can go find an anomaly ass numbers to meet.
Here's what we should do. Here's what we got to do, boss. We got to take snap counts versus sack records. Oh, because, running backs, once they get so many touches, they're trash.
Right.
So let's do that for every position then. So let's start saying, well, however many pass attempts a quarterback throw, well, that arm's just done, guys. Sorry. Well, he just can't throw a pass no more. Meanwhile, Frank Gore's had like 18 million fucking knee surgeries, still ready to suit up and go. His son's in the damn NFL, and he's still like, hey, man, somebody will give me a ball. Like, it's so, like.
So this is what BJ saying.
Analytics can run amok it. Look, analytics do matter. They do matter. I'm not saying they do.
Don't. But no, you're right. More so, they actually more so running amok right now. You don't use analytics as gospel. You more so look at them as indicators. You don't look at them as ways and philosophies that you just build around. Because then that's when you get crazy. Because then you don't put yourself in a position to be flexible. And I actually was able to come somebody off the Zeke hit job, because they was just so dogmatic about not paying Zeke.
Not the hit job.
Hit job, bro. And it's still a hit job right now. It's a hit.
Like
it's a hit on Zeke.
Like the hit man, the video game, like he got the
straight up, bro. You got the barcode and everything. Hit job, man. Hit man with the silence and everything. Bam! Hit job. So I talked him off the ledge because I said, bro, according to your philosophy, you wouldn't have paid Emmett, right? According to your philosophy, you wouldn't have paid even, what's my guy to Tennessee? Because he was a late starter. Henry was a late starter. So according to what you saying that you don't play, you would have missed on Henry. You'd have ran him off as he's getting better. And then he clicked. He said, you right. I said, so really it's one of those situations to where, given where Zeke was at the time, where he should have been a 3-time rushing champ, bro, you had to pay that.
Mhm.
And just period. And then I was debating the guy today who was on there, man, Zeke. Oh man, Zeke tore us up. I said, listen, bro, are you telling me you rather have Pollard? Are you telling me 1,400 total yards
Hey, brother.
in
Look,
2019 was
I remember,
bad?
I remember when folks was screaming for fucking Troy Hambrick over Emmett. Say less. Say less.
Yeah. So it's one of those things to where the I'm so glad you preaching this common sense, man. You don't go to too many churches to where they're actually preaching common sense. You know what I mean? You
Yeah, bro. I
you
mean,
turn it on first
look,
thing in the morning and you
look,
hear lies. And
look,
it's
look,
like I finally go to the church of
yeah.
Stargate
Come
and
over
hear the
here.
gospel.
And you know, and that was the point I was getting to that Ryan just posed. Man, look, man. Like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick broke this shit. They broke it. Everybody thinks
Talk
it
to
should
me.
be that. Everybody thinks it should be that, including the Cowboys. And look, and when I said the Cowboys, I'm not just talking about the fans, because our fans are the most entitled fans out of anybody.
Yeah.
And I understand that
Well
because of our lineage. But here's the thing:
yeah, we're entitled.
is the front office believes that. That's why we're the least spending. They're like, oh well, look what they're doing. Well, the problem was you didn't have a damn Bill Belichick in the building because look. Tom Brady's on Mount Rushmore, guys. I'm not trying to battle. This isn't a Tom Brady. Is he not? Whatever. I'm not doing that. That's someone we can talk about all the different things that are around him and whatever happened. I don't care about all that. Here's what I know: Tom Brady, for his entire career, and I saw this statistic a few months back, is for the percentage of his career having a top 10 defense was 73.2%. 73.2%. Look, and I've had these conversations on different shows about defense winning championships, so on and so forth. I think in this league now, because remember, Tom's been in the league for 20 years.
You underselling that, bro.
No. Here's
You
the thing.
been way too
listen,
nice. You gave them
no,
people way too big of a disclaimer for the point that big.
because you gotta let me follow. Let me walk through the door though.
Because I want you to punch some people. You being nice.
I know, but I'm saying I think we're into a like that mattered much more so early in Brady's career than it matters now, because I think now where the league has adjusted and done, I do believe timely defense means more now than I'll say this. Here's what I believe. I look, my earliest games that I can remember watching are probably around 82, 83. Completely understanding the game of football, I would say it was around 85, 86 is where I'm at. And here's what I think. I don't think we'll ever see again a Trent Dilfer-esque quarterback lead a dominant defense to a Super Bowl without a ton of rule changes. As the NFL is set today, right now, you have to have a strong defense. It's like Major League Baseball, down the middle, defensive tackle, linebacker, safety. Go look at the best quarterbacks. Look, don't believe me. Go look at the best quarterbacks. They throw in between the hashes way more than they throw outside the hashes. Patrick Mahomes throws less than 100 times outside the hashes a year. Like 2 years ago, his number was 72 or 75 outside the hashes. Defensively, you have to be strong down the middle is what it boils down to. So it's timely defense. Now, look, if you go back and look at the Bucks, here's what happened. You drafted Vita Vea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Fair. You went and got JPP a few years ago. He blew his hand off, whatever. He's over here. Okay. You went and free agent. Oh, hold on. Let me say that for the Cowboys fans. Free agent added Shaquille Barrett and a Dominican Sue. That's three pieces on your D line that you got not via the draft. Okay, bet. You had Levante David in building, but you wasn't stupid enough to say, well, we're just going to pass on White. And you brought him in. Real quick, who's the two starting cornerbacks for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Who's the starting cornerbacks?
Man, I don't even know.
Man, before I ever mentioned that, you knew who they were.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly
I'll tell you
what it
what.
was.
Here's another one, because people don't believe this, and this is why I'm a chicken before that. I believe in the front seven won the backside. Remember the Giants went and won these Super Bowls, right? And you can name all those guys in the front. Who were the starting cornerbacks or safeties for those two teams against them undefeated Patriots and the other Patriots team? Who were the starting corners and DBs? Who were they? Who
I
were
know
they?
one.
One. Okay,
Right.
how about
But
the
your
front seven?
point is so epic.
How about the front seven?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. The Minka. Oh, you go down the
Tuck.
line. Yeah. All
Yeah.
the Austin Manuras. Yeah. Michael Straight hitting shit. He's on Good
Straight.
Morning
Yep.
America now because of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go down the line again. Fix the front seven. The backside will take care of itself. I don't give a shit about a cornerback at 10. Let me say that right now. I don't give a shit about a cornerback. If you're gonna get somebody, if it's not gonna be Pitts, go give me the Joker. Period. I can do so much. He's a better, like everybody loved Isaiah Simmons, right? When he's coming out, he's a better version of Isaiah Simmons. Hey, did you click his 40 time? You see that 40 time coming up?
What'd he do?
Yeah. Just take a look at it. When do you get a chance? At your
Don't
leisure.
tell me what he do. Come
No,
on,
no,
B. Don't do
no,
that,
no,
man.
no.
Come on,
No,
bro.
we'll
I got
say,
a book coming out
oh,
Wednesday.
oh,
Don't do
do
that.
you?
Don't make me have to Google it, bro.
Oh, do you? Oh, we'll talk later.
Yeah, the book coming out Wednesday.
I got. Oh, there you go. Look at Mark. Yeah, pressure bust pipes.
That's right.
Pressure bust pipes.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, I'm just talking about this defense and what we're doing right now. Man, fix the front seven. Look, again, there's not going to be a dominant the Bears 85, the Ravens defense, the Doomsday in-house. Like, bro, we're not going to see those kind of defenses no more. With a makeshift quarterback and all. Like, bro, we're not going to see them. Like the Legion of Boom got you what? Got you the 2 Super Bowls and 1-1. Fair. Great defense. Hey, remember Saxonville? Right, got over to the championship games, never got back again. Never got back again. And got blowed the fuck up.
Wow. It took me a while to finally get all the way what you saying. You saying that offense win championships in the current NFL. And I agree with you.
You have to have a timely defense.
Yeah, because it's way harder to get what you had then. I agree.
You have to get strong down the middle of in between the hashes. You have to be great I'm good defensively inside the hashes.
And I like what you're saying because your case actually started from Tom Brady and you was making a hell of a case. And that's why I said you was being too nice, because it's an epic ass case. Because you really, if you gave Dak a top 10 defense 70% of the time, he would already been to a Super Bowl.
You might have got one with Romo.
And you would have got one with Romo. You would have got an appearance at least with both of those guys. So, and it's like you said, it's not taken away from Brady, but come on, man. Only Brady can throw 3 interceptions versus Green Bay and still come out as the reason they won. Stop that shit, bro.
He's the only quarterback to go 3-1 with 3+ interceptions in the playoffs.
Right.
3 wins, 1 loss.
Right.
Right. 3 interceptions.
That's defense, y'all.
And again, I'm not look. Brady's on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, nobody not saying that Brady shouldn't. Yeah. We both saying like no, Brady's all that. But what BJ is saying is so epically true. Is look at what was around Brady. It wasn't just the coach, and it was 70% of the time your defense was gonna be top 10. He didn't say top 15, top 10. Like
73%.
And then the most important one was this. They was top 10 a lot of the times in the least amount of points. That's the big girl. Like, I don't care what you are in yards. I want to know, are you top 10 in giving up points? And they was always very stingy.
Hey, and not on that. Oh, we're running the ball so fucking much. We're running DeMarco Murray into the damn ground 400 times just to keep the defense off the field. That's not what they were doing. Be clear. They wasn't protecting the defense by playing a shell offense or nothing. They wasn't doing we got Jamal Lewis for running for 2,000 yards over here in
they were just opening it up. Yeah,
they were just playing ball.
Yeah, it's like they attacked your weaknesses.
No, you're good.
No,
Right.
you just right. They attacked your weakness. New England was the best at going at your issues on defense. So if your front was weak, you would come out there and be like, they didn't use Brady at all. If your secondary was weak, you'll look like Brady was earning it out all day. And you right, they just let the defense be defense and they let the offense be offense. So going to Dallas Cowboys.
Hit it. Bring it back home.
The thing that I'm really gonna push this offseason,
Mm-hmm.
because Dak is done. After the celebration today, we go celebrate, but I'm not gonna spend too much more time on that.
It is what it is, and it's done to remove 12%.
It's done. Like, I think we gotta really work hard as podcasters in this offseason to me, just me. I'm not telling you what to do with Star Game.
I know. I already think I know where you're going. So
right, you already So it's two
absolutely.
things I think we need to. Well, I'm gonna say three.
Okay.
I think we need to definitely lobby for, if there's one position to spend money on, I agree, it's in the upfront first in free agency. That's one. But number two, it's not enough noise about the politics of the Dallas Cowboys. If we don't address that, it's gonna really hurt our chances for 6, because you can't keep coming out there with people like Crawford and allowing him to take up $9 million of your cap. And everybody knew after 2 hip surgeries that he wasn't gonna be himself. And we know he's tough as hell, but they think so much with their hearts and shit. It's like, bro.
Shout out to Big AJ's old granny hips.
yeah. And I appreciate Crawford, man, for the sacrifice and always playing through pain. But it's at some point, Jerry, will you please listen to Bill Walsh? He recalled the story of Bill Walsh this year, bro. I recorded it because it was that big to me that I time-stamped it. Like, I'm not going to ever let him get away from that point. Because he said he talked to Bill Walsh in 1987 before he bought the team. He said that somebody hooked him up with Bill Walsh, and he said Bill Walsh spent 4 hours with him. He said the biggest story that Bill Walsh told him was this. He said he told him, don't get too close to your players. He said that's the biggest thing. He said, because you're going to have to tell every one of them at one point, no.
Yeah.
And he said, and when you do, and he gave him a prime example. He said, I messed up with one guy. He said, every time I'm walking down the hall, he looks me dead in my face because he's on the bubble. And I'm going to cut that guy, and I'm going to ruin a lifelong relationship.
Right.
And then one of the guys from 105.3, the fan, had an excellent follow-up. They said, well, Jerry, has that hurt you from doing that? He said, oh, sure. Hold on, damn, man. He told you that in 1987, and you still in 2020. Shit. Excuse me. Still in 2021? And you still have not changed that, bro.
Whoa. Hold on. I'll pause on you. I think that stopped with T.O. Hence they sat down. They went to the restaurant, and Jerry put his name, T.O.'s name, the little thing
but
over.
I don't think it stopped. See, because I'm talking about.
Wait. Let me walk it out though for you, and then I'll let you go. I promise I got you. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, no problem.
And what I think is this is there was for sure a definition of time that we did too much and we held on too long and we did things. And I think even the TL thing, I'm even go back a step further because I think, I don't think, I remember because I researched it and looked it up, is that the only reason Emmitt Smith got cut, the only reason Emmitt Smith didn't retire a Cowboy and had to go to Arizona was because Bill Parcells didn't trust Jerry Jones. And Bill Parcells said, hey, I'm cutting it. Look, if I'm going to do this, I'm cutting Emmitt Smith. And Jerry Jones said, okay. And it happened. Now, that's tied to something. That is tied to something. I'm not going to give you the sweet side of what I'm saying and not give you the bitter truth. Because the bitter truth was Jerry brought in that guy, the big tuna, because he needed a new damn stadium. And those are facts. Okay? Those are facts. But he had to relinquish something to get the tuna in. And Tuna said, okay, well, it's going to be my show, whatever the case may be. I'm getting Emmett out of here. And look, no matter how much he loved Troy and Michael, Emmett was the golden goose for him. Right? Even though they had the holdout and whatever, and it was the last one here. He broke the record. He was the tie that bonded everything to the golden era, if you will, of them winning. And the Tuna said no. Parcel said no. I got complete control. He's out. But Jerry had to say it to get to the new to get the Jerry award. He had to do it. I understand that, and it happened. And then things happened. And he forced T.O. on him, and things happened. Or I get all that. I do. And we argue about this all the time. We argued about this before, and that's fine. Again, I don't think this is Jerry anymore, and this is where we're going to just differ.
Yeah, and it's not even just about Jerry. I'm just talking about the coach in the building, not even just pointing directly at Jerry. It's the coach in the building of having kind of like pet cats. So, and that's what I'm talking about. So that's all I'm talking about. So it wasn't even really specifically about Jerry. It's more so the fact that you still see stuff that shows that their hearts are in some of these guys.
Clear
you know
out
what I mean?
Maybe clear out view. Maybe is that what you're getting to?
Definitely, man. Clear out view. I don't got my shades because I sure was throwing them on right now.
Yeah, clear out
because this part is passionate to me because I feel like this is a secret. This is one of those silent foxes that's destroying us, and it's quiet. It's one of those things to where even a signing of Dak can give us a false illusion of hope. But you're not taking care of the back end that can come. Like you play chess, I'm pretty sure you can leave your back door open and get everything killed. That's what to me is happening when we have certain pet cats. Like for instance, it took too long for Witten for us to move on. We let him come back when he won't. We let him retire when he won't. It's still here today, obviously through Sean Lee. We know Malcolm Smith was a better linebacker going into 2019, but Sean Lee made the cut. Malcolm Smith ended up playing with the Browns. And what happened this year? What was expected? Soft tissue injury, another 7 or 8 games missed. What happens all the time? And you telling me that wouldn't have made a difference to our defense? The same pet cat was obviously Thompson. That Boise State pet cat bullshit. Where you selling us that Thompson is this practice All-American. It's like, damn, why did I see that in none of the games? This All-American shit y'all saying. And then y'all ship off Ha-Ha and you selling us that Ha-Ha wasn't a practice player. I don't give a damn. First of all, we know he was a better game player than Thompson. Then you also see the pet cat on Anthony Brown versus Lewis. I don't want to curse. How does BJ? And this ain't at you. This is just me venting, bro. Like out of love.
Get it out.
Let me get it out, bro.
Get it out. Get it out.
But like, how in the hell did Jordan Lewis come in 2017 and play that good? Then going into 2018, the dude that y'all bench was Anthony Brown. He just starts all over again in 2018. Now, this was before he got the money. This was before he got this 2018. I'm talking about.
Oh, you were okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They started him the next year, bro. And it's like, how do cats get benched and then get a chance? How does Xavier Woods miss 6 damn tackles?
Never gets to the bench, though.
And never gets to the bench.
Never.
But remember when Awuzie missed that 1 tackle in Philly, they benched his ass. Remember? Week 17, we was fighting for the playoffs. 2019, he missed 1 tackle on J.J. Whitehead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to make some changes. We got to really show that we're about winning. Shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't about no winning. Hell no, you ain't about no winning. You got pet cats. And until you get your hearts out of it, because the cost to be that type of owner and player is great. Because when you a socializer type of leader like the Joneses, where they like to, you know what I mean, kick it with their players, it does hurt you and long to be close to them, especially when you had aspirations of being a coach. We know your background, Jerry. We know that you secretly want to be a coach. But most people don't know this, but Belichick and Brady didn't even have lunch with each other for 20 years because the cost to stay separate from your players is hard, so that when it's time to cut Brady, I don't want to think about all them good lunches we had, all those good times we had, and all that kind of stuff. That's the secret fox that's gonna destroy Dallas Cowboys, because you can't tell me that we was gonna ever do anything special walking into a game with Xavier Woods and Larry and Anthony Brown going against Tom Brady, Breeze, and then trying to finish it off against Mahomes. We know what was gonna happen. And then sadly, we also had, and I'm done after this, because I know I went long on this.
Go for it.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to be fair though, man, because we sure good. But this the deal, bro. Like Savion Smith. Savion Smith played corner for us.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Did anybody go watch him play safety at Bama? If anybody watched him go play safety at Bama, we already had an ounce of Xavier Woods sitting right on our damn team, bro. Like, for real. We always be calling for outsiders, but if y'all stop the politics and favoritism, you'll be able to make the decision that was sitting right there. So it's a lot of times I call this putting your foot on the gas and at the brake at the same time. This car will run so much faster if you just take your foot off the politics brake. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, that's the thing that I want us to lobby on. I ain't just, that's what I'm gonna lobby against. Because if the Joneses is not hearing the fans saying we see it, they're gonna keep doing it.
Well, and I think here's the thing, boss. Another reason why I the more and more I've went throughout the day, the more look. Not that I never hated the contract of Dak. The more and more I dug into the contract, the more and more I love the contract.
Yeah.
Back to the psychology of it, back to what's going on, back to the things that are happening. Dak is, again, I'm going to bang this table. I promise you tomorrow morning, I'll be banging this same narrative. I promise you, I'm going to bang this narrative throughout free agency. I unequivocally believe Dak put this deal into play, and I look at the numbers. I'm like,
yeah, to help Dallas.
Here's what we do. Because here's what we do. We pick up crumbs. We pick up tea leaves. We read the room. This is what we do, right? We're look all that fodder and just taking hot takes because these guys go to sleep and wake up and just somebody tells them what to say. That's not what we do. What we say is what we believe. Right. That's why I don't discredit nobody. Hey, look, we've had all of our arguments here and there and everything else. And look, and I love you for it, brother. And that's what makes us better and what's special.
Yeah.
And here's what's real. I think I see the same thing that Boss Cowboy's seeing. Obviously, he does because he's there. I'm removing all of that bullshit that you want to say what you can't do because you got to pay me. This is unequivocally why I think this is. I'm choosing my words wisely here because I know it'll come back. I want to choose my words wisely. Is this?
Yeah, take your time.
Because I never believed the 017. Let me put that out there first and foremost. The 017 that went 13-3 with Wade Phillips and everything else, and it was like, oh my God, we're the number one seed, we're going. No, we played the Patriots. What happened? Wait, we had a 5-interception game. We lucked up and beat the Bills. So there was a lot of luck shit that happened that year. I never believed in the 017 personally. I didn't. I think there was other teams that I liked, especially that 14 team. But I knew 14 was nice. I didn't like the defense, but I thought we had enough. And low key, the Dez catch or whatever. Go back when we were up 14-6. If DeMarco Murray doesn't get stripped, it's 21-6, and we're probably rolling. But neither here nor there.
Yeah, we should have mud stumped them. We had the recipe that year to mud stump everybody. We had the best run attack, period.
14, we had the recipe, right? But besides all that, and the rookies wasn't ready, but by the time they got ready, we ended up losing the agreement. Whatever. I don't care about any of that. I care. But what I'm saying is, I look at Dak's deal. He put the spotlight on Steven. You can't hide. You can't say, well, I'm taking – look, we just ran down the numbers. We just ran down the numbers.
Yeah, look, it's on you, Steven.
You have – fuck them politics. Yeah, I'm going to say it. We're late. Right. We're going to get out of here. Man, fuck them politics.
Right.
Oh, there ain't no politics no more. I removed every excuse that you have, Steven, and I got my money. And you can't tag me. And you can't trade me. Bet. So put a team out now. You talked about that shit. Put a team out. I don't care about none of your politics. Let's go. Because I ain't having your nachos. I'm not going to have your beer. Let's go. Let's go win and do it for the fucking nation. And let's go get 6. And that's what makes me really excited about this deal, man. That's
I'm
what,
excited about the Dak deal. I don't want to end the show on Debbie Downer shit.
No. I know you are, but what I'm saying is, I think the deal matters towards what you're talking about and what.
It puts the pressure on Steve, and it's like, man, I helped you. Shit, you said you need a quarterback under 12. I mean 13 to win one. You got it. And so now go build a defense. I helped you. Help me.
D-Law, Zeke didn't do it. D-Law didn't do it. Dak did it. Dak said, okay, bet. You want to talk about that hot shit for 2 years? I bet. Here it is. Do something. That's why I'm going to be extra critical.
Yeah. And we got to be critical now, bro. Like that's why I'm saying sounding the alarm now. It's like I'm happy about Dak. That's the first step.
Right for Dak.
The second step is what are you gonna do about Xavier Woods? What are you gonna do about Anthony Brown? And I also want to be clear about this. I'm not just saying that you got to kill them. My thing is bring in real competition. If you believe in those guys, there's a chance that they could come around. But don't put your finger on the scale. Don't bring in Georgia Loca and then only give him a starter. He started for the Bengals, bro.
How about tell him, oh, no. Don't you dare come up and fake something you're doing, because that's not what we do here. Man, get out of here, man. Come on.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, stop with the BS.
Stop with the BS. So it's like, and it's one of those things to where, I got my eye on that because me and you the same, where our quest is 6. You wanted Dak signed, not because you just love Dak. You love what's on your chest, bro. You love what's on your chest and what's on your hat. So what made sense to get us closer to 6 was signing Dak. That's why BJ was lobbying for Dak. That's why Boss was lobbying for Dak. It wasn't because we love Dak. It was just like we wasting money with this fight.
Bruh.
We wasted money with this fight. So it's the same thing that I'm on now, changing my lobby to, okay, stop the kinships and friendships. Like we also see that. Like I'm not going to act like Dak solved everything.
Right.
Like, no, Dak didn't solve everything. Dak is the step in the right direction. He's a big piece, but now we got to stop the favoritism. But then we got to, because see, once you stop that, I think you go also get a better morale, a better team morale. I think you go get them boys really fighting to start, because see, Donovan Wilson had to accidentally start. And it's not even accident. I say it like this because I always say this, and I know this true about Dallas. In Dallas, you got to win the crowd to win your freedom. I took that from Gladiator. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the truth, though. Donovan Wilson, he started winning us in preseason. So once he made all them interceptions and was making plays, we kept saying, where's the young guy? Where's the young guy? Where's the young guy? Where's the young guy? They kept putting out their guys. Oh, here comes Xavier Woods. We see him, but we like him. And we like Thompson. We see him, but and then all of a sudden they stink it up so bad, they finally say, okay, y'all calling for this dude. See what you can do. Then he come out there and just ball out. It's like, that dude could have been doing that, bro.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And then y'all do dumb shit like, bro, and it's so obvious. Jordan Lewis was called to the hardest assignments. They said, hey, man, we gonna only beat the Saints if you can stop Kamara. Can you do it? He does it. Hey, man, our best chance at beating the Giants is you gonna have to lock down Ingram. Can you do it? He does it. Our best chance at beating Minnesota, because we saw what Thielen was doing to Anthony Brown and them rookie corners, killing them. They said, Lewis, get him. Third and fourth quarter, shut down. The fuck? And that dude had to continue to fight for his job. I'm not acting like Jordan Lewis is just our world, but come on, man. To act like Anthony Brown was ever competition to him, bro, is insulting to our eyes. And I just want to say it, and I'm going to say it loud as hell because I love the Cowboys. And it's one of those things that I would want to tell Jerry and Steven straight up. If I love you, here's some gum. You're getting ready to talk to that lady. You need it. You know what I mean? Because I want you to look good. That's
Yep.
why I'm passionate about this. I want you to look good. Like, I know you want to win, Jerry. I know you want to win, Stephen, but y'all have to back out of having your picks. You got to back out of having guys that you bet on and saying, I